And on that bombshell, I'll go ahead and hit record. So, yes, let's go ahead and look at our side. So here we're almost there. As promised, I went ahead and got to the point where we're almost done with scenario. Hey, Dana.
Thanks to your
There we go.
Sacramento has become one of the most influential cities and a hub for our rail network. The final hammer strokes at the meeting point of the Central Pacific Railroad and Union Pacific Railroad sparked a storm of enthusiasm across the nation. The time of dangerous ship passages, sluggish river transports, and exhausting wagon journeys was over. Despite all obstacles and dangers, a link between the East and the West was forged. Goods and passengers could now travel unhindered from the Pacific to the Atlantic.
It just took like a week.
Years that followed, there were still many perils and crises to overcome. But on this day, the foundations for an era of unknown growth and prosperity were laid.
I'd say a week, Traxi. So that was the first 5 missions, and if you just played the game at launch, that would be it, and we'd basically be done. But there's more. Or wait, hang on. There's more? I swear there's more. There's more! It's time to go down to Mexico. To the Gulf of Mexico. Alright, after year... Oh, this is a hard scenario. Ooh, what else we got? Medium scenario. That's Canada. We've got a Canada scenario. We've got a South American scenario. There's Britain, Germany, France, yeah, Sweden. Yeah, okay. Australia, Japan, and then that's it. Okay, so I'm guessing because, like, yeah, there's like the north, and there's the east, west, the Midwest, which we already did. There's the southeast, which is that area. There's the south. There's the west. The only one we hadn't done was the south, so we're just gonna skip that. Boop. We're gonna go over to Mexico. After years of political change, riots, and wars, Mexico is slowly coming to rest. However, people are suffering more than 50 years ago and have to make up several decade-old failings. Now decisions are going to be taken which will set the switch in the direction of Mexico's future. The railroad will play an important role in that. Oh, by the way, just to be clear, because we actually talked about this like a year ago, because of the sheer quantity of scenarios, I don't promise to like finish all these. We're going to kind of dip our toes into these. Because the idea here is we're going to dip our toes in the scenarios, see if they're as good as the campaign maps. Because the campaign maps actually had some cool stuff. Playing with the scenario editor, for lack of a better way to put it, to make some interesting things. Like, for example, in the map where we were crossing the Mississippi, they cleverly used no build zones in order to make it so that we had to rely on a single rail line, one bridge that crossed the Mississippi, and then use that going forward and get a new base and second thing and blah blah. So there was some cool stuff there. But if these are just do an area, well, there's nothing to talk about. That's just another map, right? It's a sandbox in a different area. So that's why we're going to dip our toes into these and see what they do with them. The intention is to then kind of sit down and do a sandbox map, and that'll be like our finale. So let's go ahead and look at Mexico here, next to the Gulf of Mexico.
You're invading Mexico now?
We're invading Mexico. It's ours by right of steel and steam. And therefore, Germany. Ben One Eye says we should do Germany for our sandbox map. Why Germany? Real question. Why Germany? Where's Germany? Germany. There's Germany. Germany and surrounding areas. Aren't you? Don't you consider yourself special? You are the surrounding. So this is 1848, apparently. Oh, okay. So yeah, the German microstates and all that fun. So what's the Britain one? What's this era? Oh, it doesn't even say. It doesn't say the year. Oh no, it's right there. I'm blind. 1830. Does it say here? It does. 1850. Hang on, scooch back here. That's 1900 down in Argentina. Great Lakes. That's Canada is 1861. Mexico is 1873. So we're actually going to be bouncing around a little bit there. France is 1874. Sweden is 1853. Australia is 1830. Jesus.
There you go. Be in Australia first.
This one's locked. And that one's 1870 and that one's 1900 for the Japanese ones. And then we've looped. Okay. Can we make the trains run on time in Germany? No, that was Italy. And also a lie while we're on the subject. No, you want me to make the trains run on time? I gotta go here. Don't read up on that. It's not pleasant. All right. We need to invade Korea. I've got a great idea. Let's invade Korea. Okay. Okay. All right, we've lost our entire empire. Now what?
I mean, Japan invades Korea a lot throughout its history. Japan actually invades China occasionally throughout its history.
That's true.
Japan really likes to invade places, which I can't really blame them. They're an island.
Look, you gotta invade somewhere, okay? That's how that works.
They're an island. They have limited resources.
Well, yeah.
They literally can't expand inside their own area, so they have to invade other places.
You know, I can't argue that. Here, I like Takoda's idea. Let's line these up and let's get some music going. This is very appropriate music. There, perfect.
No, you need to play my raid boss one.
Okay, hang on. That would be under Big Boss, I believe.
I don't remember what it was called. This is one that I always listened to when I was raiding. Whatever that one was.
Let's see it here.
It's one of yours. It's one
I
of
know
the
it is.
remixes.
That's why I'm confused. I might have relabeled it. Oh, hang on. I might have actually relabeled it. Nope, it's not there. That's very strange. I'm not sure where it is.
How did you lose my raid song?
I'm so sorry.
I don't even remember what it's called.
I do, and that's why I was looking for it.
Type it in the search bar.
Oh, hang on. Whoops. No. And there it is.
No, this isn't it.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, it's one of these. Is this it?
No. It starts off like quiet.
Oh, that might be. Oh gosh, I don't know what that one's called.
I thought it started with Requiem.
Requiem was. I was just staring at it. Nope, that's not it. Well, we're just gonna leave that one on.
Okay.
Because I need to figure this out. Okay, so this is Canada. That's 1900. Now, this was before Doom Music existed. That is to say, what we nowadays call Doom Music.
It's definitely not this one.
One of the Japan ones, then one I. Germany's 1850. It's pretty far back.
Australia was the furthest back.
You're right. France, right after Mexico. Whoops. Sweden is 53. Yeah, 1830.
One of the Japans. Southern Japan was locked.
And then, yep, that's 1870.
Japan North.
Yeah, and then Japan South is 1900. I believe it's all of them.
Like how it's Japan and then Japan South.
Look,
Because you already finished the Americas?
yeah. So we'll start with Britain then. Sorry, Alex, let's cut the music.
Aww.
I'm sorry. It wasn't your song anyways.
It was.
It's one of these. I just don't know which one it is. and I don't know how to figure it out. Other than just going through all of them like this. Is that it?
No. No. No.
I'm pretty sure it's not this one.
This one's not even starting.
It is. It's just very slow start. I'll skip ahead like 20 seconds. Yeah, that's not it.
No. Definitely. No.
Difficulty, Blade Tavol.
No. No. No.
Oh, we just did that.
No. No. I don't think it was one of your raid ones. It's not this one.
Oh, I know which one it was.
It's one of the remixes.
No. I know exactly which one it was. This is going to be interesting to find. Let's see if I can find this, because I even know the name of the song.
You can't search it by that because you've named everything that.
Shush. This.
Yes!
Yeah.
You found it!
I told you. I told you.
I told you I would know which one it was. Now I have to listen to it. This is my raid song. This is the only raid song that exists.
This is 3 minutes long.
When we are listening to this, we are raiding.
Yeah. Yeah, take the other one.
Yay, I get both.
It's a remix of God of War 2.
It's great because by the time it gets to the crescendo, I'm having to pay attention.
Yeah, we pulled, and it's like, okay. And the first few seconds of a fight are usually pretty chill, right?
And we would put this song on loop. All
Sorry.
we listen to.
Sorry.
It occurs to me that listening to the same song over and over again and not really being capable of rating without listening to the same song over and over again is very odd.
You know, fair.
It's also noteworthy that difficult
The most difficult fight.
boss.
Yeah, single most difficult fight you've ever done. Probably gonna be Kata.
So that's hard because there's boss difficulty and then there's the people you're working with difficulty.
Well, ignore the second half. Just look at the boss. By the way, do we have a printer?
Yeah, in a box.
Okay, so I need to print a return label.
Okay.
That's something.
For what?
So you know that $800 hard drive I just bought?
Yeah.
It's dead on arrival.
Oh, lovely. And there wasn't an option for no printing?
Nope. This was the only return option.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Frankly, I'm astonished they allow me to do the UPS because it was delivered via FedEx. I like how it's like, would you like to buy this stuff? I've never touched anything. It's crap. That's like, you want to buy this? This is more like me. What? Dark rum and oak?
Yeah. My snowblower, we've decided we're going to spend the $2,000 to get the upgraded one, is
Jesus.
currently back ordered.
Wow.
Did I tell you that I am down another 5 pounds since we moved in?
You did not.
I am.
If it makes you feel better, that's the wrong way to start that sentence. In solidarity, I've actually also been losing weight. Because I'm fat, to be more specific.
You don't have any fat. You just have intestines coming out through your
My
uterine wall
exercises
that
have been
doesn't-
working.
go together.
See you around, Jim Palmer.
Bye, Jay Palmer. And also, I don't know. I've been thinking. I haven't stopped thinking. I just
Well, Jay Palmer just left, so.
haven't. Yeah, I know.
So a taco is when you take a piece of food and call it a taco. That's the definition of a taco.
No, that's not the definition of a taco.
Yes, it is.
A taco.
Everything else
A
leads to
taco
arguments.
is a piece of flatbread
There it is. There it is. We've already failed. We've already failed.
that you fold in half
Up, see?
with filling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So in other words, what you're telling me is a burrito could be a taco.
No, a burrito is not folded in half. A burrito is wrapped.
That's a fair point. All right, how about a hot dog?
Yes.
Yeah, hot dog is a taco.
Yes.
Okay, see. So anyways, as I was saying,
Because the bread isn't flat.
you'll notice my definition fits that too.
Yeah, I know.
Which is why I use that. Oh, that's true. Is a gyro a taco?
A gyro is a Greek taco.
Girls?
Girl, Bree is not trying to get it. Go down. Did you finish putting the stuffies away? Go mark it off, and you can have 5 minutes of game.
Ooh, game.
A gyro is. Like you can say gyro,
Yeah.
where the G is silent, but you can't say gyoza.
Yeah, Joseph.
Gyoza
So, the reason I say Joza,
is
Is-
because
that's how people pronounced it at the restaurants where I was purchasing it. And so I kind of went by what the actual chefs preparing the food
in the
called it.
least separate area from Japan possible.
Just saying. Also, Greek's easy. Okay, so Britain. Who's ready for Britain? The last years have seen an industrial progression of
Burrito is a food tube.
overwhelming magnitude.
I like food tubes.
As soon as the
A
streets
burrito is a sandwich.
and canals, I'm just going to talk over it, have been able to cope with the enormous requirements of the industrial centers anymore, the first steam locomotives have started to roll. And these days, a handful of engineers and businessmen kicked off a transport revolution rising within the United Kingdom. What are you doing, computer? Oh, yes. A burrito is a sandwich. What are we talking about? Oh, hey. So
It is a meat tube that can be eaten on the go, which is like the definition of sandwich.
can we decide our starting area? No, we cannot.
You must start on the yellow square.
Liverpool. Go Liverpool while we're on the subject. Favorite team.
I pity those poor unsuspecting
You.
souls.
That's
They
me.
won't even realize that we're
That's
pissed
me.
off.
That's me. Oh, that sucks.
What?
Oh, that's terrible. Okay, so auctions are cheaper. I don't really do auctions. I get more use out of spies, and I get 70% less
I always
research.
tell the truth,
Bree,
even when I'm lying.
are you okay?
She really is their thing. Let's call ourselves the British Evil Club of Evil. There we go.
Nope. Do you need out? Do you need to go out? Okay.
Well,
Did I leave
do
my
we
phone
need a
in
bit
here?
more thinking time?
No.
No.
Because I left it downstairs. Ben!
Yeah, I actually can't swap. I'm guessing in Sandbox I'll be able to choose, because none of the scenarios have let me choose so far. Hi, Evo.
Stevenson. Robert Stevenson. Pleased to meet you. As you might know, I am known for a certain expertise in building and handling steam locomotives, and I look forward to collaborating with you. One of the very first railway lines has been opened up between Manchester and Liverpool recently, unfortunately only on paper. Let us make these plans become reality.
So, I notice we have new resources. I'm not even sure what they are. Like, there's... Oh, there we go. Sheep's wool, specifically. Pigs. It's cement is a new resource. What are those? Vegetables. I've never heard of vegetables before. What's that? Fish. They have fish in Britain? Oh, that's what Iceland was for. Apples. Just apples. What's that? Beef. And not a Wellington in sight. What's that? Oh, that's the sheep wool again. That's vegetables. That's fish. That's pigs. Is that everything? Well, here, I actually did specifically, so ignoring my sister's fixation with her raid song, I did actually spool up a playlist I thought might actually suit a railway game. Ah, here we go. What else we got? Corned beef, tools, furniture, newspapers, steel, eel pie, paper, clothing, whiskey, tweed, cider, ham, and that's actually everything. Eel pie. Okay, let's look at our objectives. Oh, that's interesting. We just have the one.
I'm not going in there.
Okay. Oh man, I wish this Mirror was here to be canned and eaten. We don't have a lot of money either. I notice we have pounds instead of dollars. Not that the prices have changed at all. Set that up here. And of course we don't want to... So yeah, we're going to have to think about the terrain a bit more, which I kind of like. So we're going to go inner line, I think. And we want to connect it up here. So let's see. I kind of want to pull that in a bit. Oh, maybe not. But I want to have an ease of connecting to this if I get there. There we go, kind of like that. In fact, maybe, hang on, new plan. Let's set up a third station, because we can afford it right now. Let's just connect this, whatever this is. Salt. We definitely need some salt around here. Let's make a line going through the salt farm. And honestly, you know, why don't we go ahead and get the apples connected too. So let's actually readjust this. Let's delete this, get our money back. Set this up like this. Cancel construction. Once again, inside line. That. And then up to the apples. Lacassou. And apples down to here.
With this railway line, we will finally make the railway accessible to the broad population.
Probably been one.
It seems like the public and the investors are still reserved. As soon as we create more successful lines, this will change.
It wants us to make 8 active rail lines. Well, what do we have access to? Because like I said, this is the furthest back. So yeah, oh, Jesus Christ, look at it. Look at it. Hang on, where's this dumb thing? Yep, there's our train. Ain't it glorious? That is the Rocket 022. Okay. I mean, they're never going to make a better train than this. Come on. Built by Robert Stephenson, is the first universally reliable steam locomotive of its time. The principle will be applied to any steam locomotive following. Ooh, okay, okay. Well, let's go ahead and buy this piece of junk. Let's do... let's do a basic line first. Just set that up. Okay. But I also kind of want... So you have... Cider maker. Exactly. Yeah, so let's set up another line here. With another one of these terrible, terrible things. And remember, my innovation is crap. Because they gave me the 70% reduction character. Yeah, we've got this brand new sci-fi technology TSB. It's called a self-drawn carriage. And we'll connect those two. That'll get that going. Is there a way to turn off tutorials? I think like we're good on that at this point. Yeah, there we go. Off. Thank you. Okay. Alright. This should be fun. We don't need salt anywhere yet, right? Do we need salt? We don't. We need pigs, but we don't need salt. What are you? You're a stoker. Which we don't really need right now. Surveyor, what do you do? Reduce tunnel construction cost. You know, let's go ahead and just hire you, just in case. And you know, honestly, I probably should set you up here. So here, get a stoker. There you go. Yep, time to find some orcs. Oh, I have no idea, Bruce. If I was to guess, I think it's just because this is the furthest back scenario, and that's part of the scenarios. They don't want us to tech, right? So that's their way of getting around it. Instead of locking out a mechanic in a way they probably don't even know how to do, they limit us to the player who doesn't get tech, right? Like there's a lot. You notice we don't even have any rivals, and the person we're playing as, their primary abilities are to go after rivals. So we literally get no benefit from the character we're forced to play as. So no, I think this is them. Like you've ever played with a map editor and you can't actually get what you want done, so you kind of come up with a creative way to do it. That's what I think is happening here. No, we're not playing the Southern Belle. We're playing the Trickster. So pigs. Where's some pigs? Because we're going to want some pigs. Preferably somewhere nearby. Oof, that's a trip. And across 2 rivers. Look at all these frickin' rivers. Why are there so many rivers in Britain? God. There's a pig farm here. I feel like it would actually be cheaper to cross 1 river instead of 2. Anyone else getting that vibe? So let's go ahead. We can barely afford this. We're going to do it. Let's go ahead and set up this line. Alright, so let's just connect. And then let's make this bridge not crap. Oh, actually we might not be able to. Well, this has Britain, Australia, Germany, Sweden, Canada, Japan, Mexico, France, South America, and also Japan. In that order of timeline. Oh, this is going to just knock me out. And yeah, 1830 to 1900 is the range. Okay, so that's all my money. Woo! Hopefully we're going to start making money. Fingers crossed. I mean, I could take out a loan, but I don't want to take out a loan, like, yet. I don't even have anyone to buy out. Looking around the map here. There's so... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Look at this mess. Yeah, build a train up here. Do I have to? It's worth noting I don't have to yet. Yeah, Scotland has given me a heart attack, as it is so often. Look at this! Look at this! Oh, God. And I just realized we're going to have to probably go over to Ireland, too. Because Ireland's here, and with tons of resources and towns, and that means I got to figure out a bridge to Ireland. Probably going to do it over here. Go through Wales? Nah. Where's London? There's London. And there we go. Okay. We can make a tunnel. I mean, I noticed France is actually down here. There's nothing there. But there is a full landmass, oh, France. This is a real-life depiction of what the British think is across the pond in France. Nothing. And by across the pond, I mean across the channel. What's that? Oh, that's cement. Okay, so are we making money? We're making money. We're making money. Yeah, make that money. Okay, hang on. So let's go ahead and get this going. will connect Liverpool to the pig farm. Okay. And hopefully that'll help Liverpool grow and make more money. Need more money. I want that money. I also want the money in Manchester. But if they ever come up with a sports team, I'm disbanding it immediately. Vote for me. As president of the universe, I will disband Manchester United. I think so, yeah, Dakota. You have to hire people to get bonuses, but that's it. Yeah, we're getting rid of the Raiders. However, the States, we're going to get rid of the Manchester United. You can keep Manchester City. They're fine. I mean, I figured you would know, Mr. Red. Since this is, after all, the country of your nationality. I like the kind of farming... Oh, God, what are these called? The things in England that look like this. Oh, I know, Leonard. Yes, you must have your nationality, which will define you. Crush you! It will. Oh, God, I forgot to... Ah, I'm stupid. Okay, hang on. Let's get a maintenance shed going. Oh, God, those are expensive. No, there's like a specific term in England for like these fields that look like this. It was a lot of the gentry who fought over these lands for centuries. Hi, Elizar. Sure. Yeah, it goes all the way down to here, and this is like the nobility. I mean, money's coming in, but a little bit too slowly for my tastes. I gotta get another construction shed going on. Well, while we're doing, let's actually get a supply tower, because we don't have one of those yet. So let's set it up like right there, and hope that one supply tower is enough, because that's all we can afford. Hi, Zactaft. That's it. Let's summon some demons. That should be really funny. Yeah, let's actually hire a conductor. Set that up on our main line here between. So let's call this Money 1. Money 1. Yeah, kids are home too, Ross. Okay, hang on. Pause. Let's set up conductor. Conductor, make me that money. Make me that money. Hedged fields. Look, Evo, these lines exist for one reason alone. And I think you know what that reason is. Yes, we've entered my villain phase as the Zerg music starts. Is there... That's got to be an anime, right? Okay, hear me out. There's a series of songs, right? And they slowly loop. And each different playlist changes the power set and or mentality of the person. So, like, you're super powered, but you're only good while, like, the Terran music is playing. And then you turn evil when the Zerg music... You can't stop it. You can't stop the music. You just switch. The Zerg music starts playing... Mwahahaha. I can't think of me 2 spies. I have no competitors, game. That sounds wild. Oh! In defiance of skepticism and rejection of several residents of Liverpool, Manchester Railway came on steam. On its continuously double-track line, only steam locomotives are used. One can expect a relief of waterway transport volume. One can hope the industrial metropolis of Manchester can be supplied with raw materials from the port of Liverpool more cheaply. Have you heard of Green's Iron Bitter? A real tonic water to boost your children's health. Strengthens muscles, refreshes blood and nerve cells. Unlike other iron-containing beverages, Green's iron bitter doesn't stain the teeth. Anyways. Oh. We made a little bit of money. You know what that means? To immediately spend it. Okay, now we're broke again. So, how many lines do we have? 3. That makes sense. We don't have any need for the salt yet, which is why I'm not pulling that. In fact, do we have any need for the beef or the vegetables? Does anyone care about beef or vegetables in Britain? Nope. Okay. Well, let's try not to go over any more rivers, because rivers are the devil. Let's see. What do you need? You need pigs. Frickin' pigs. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We could go for Nottingham, Birmingham, Northampton, and Peterborough. It's definitely not pronounced that way. We could also go for Cambridge, but nobody likes Cambridge. Ugh, I spit on it. There's also Oxford. What's that? That's Norwich. Listen, I gotta spend my money, Evo. That's how we keep the economy working and get people in place. Listen. There's Plymouth. Only an idiot actually wants to hoard all the money in the world. Or a dragon. I haven't played Hellsinger yet, if that's the one I'm thinking of. Which it probably is, yeah. Yeah, no, it's been bugging me too, that Rift person. I know there's like a very... You know how Britain has its own lingo? There's a very British word for these things. Like the kind of thing you'd see in Pride and Prejudice, right? It's just, it's very British. Okay, so I want to connect to Nottingham. Burrows might actually be it. No, Burrows is more of a municipality thing. The Moors might be it. Used to describe the Muslim population of North Africa. That can't be right. Oh, this is going to bother me so much. Well, there's moorland, which is a specific type of land. Okay, hang on. I actually have an idea. We'll look up a map of Lotro. No, bear with me. I'm going somewhere with this. I'm cooking. Let's pull up the map of Lotro. Okay, so we've got... So there's the Eton Moors. So that's where that comes from. There's also the Shaws. Well, almost everything in Lotro, Lord of the Rings, is based on either his own stuff or British. There's a new Shire in the Shire now? When did they add that? Don't answer that question. Yeah, the Yonder Shires I'm staring at right there. Well, 20 to 23. By the way, if you ever wonder what kind of a game Lotro is, some of their zones have a level range of like 5 levels. A whole zone. So. Whatever, I'm going to give up on this and never look back. Back to the Moors. I'm just going to call them the Moors. That's totally not it, but we're going to call it that. Okay, right. So I want to build, and I need money to build, which means we're going to sit here for a second. Sitting here. Sitting here. So I'm going to build down to Nottingham. Or I could skip Nottingham entirely. That's not a bad idea. It's this land right here, Warpro. It's this stuff. I mean, I didn't make that opinion idly, Mr. Red. What's funny is Lotro and FF11 at a surface level are actually quite similar. No, this is it. This is it. This is it, Warpro. That's your description. That's it. We're done. Moving on. All right. It is not a planet. That's all I know. Sorry, TSP. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the donation. I've heard some very, very mixed things about it. But I will put that towards in other waters. Road Warden and Road 6. We might as well just call it Moors. Sorry, I need to stop fixating on this. Because now I'm looking at the gentry, specifically, and thinking, okay, maybe I can figure it out that way, right? Because they're landed, right? Peerage, you know. Armigers. All kinds of words that mean nothing to anybody with a functioning brain. The burgers. Of course, Elizar. Why couldn't it? No, the term was for, like, it's... No, this is Britain. This is Britain. See? Like, there's London right there. Just hanging out. And there's this swath of land that was owned primarily by the landed gentry, and they had a term for it. And it's a uniquely British term. And it's specifically this area, and you can tell because the reason... So the whole reason for these stupid forests is those were the land markers. That's how they divided up the land. You would get that parcel or that chunk of it or whatever. So that's your chunk right there. And then that's your chunk. And then this is Mr. Red's chunk. Yeah, there's a monument in London for some reason. And this is your chunk. You get it. And it was called the Bleu. And I'm just gonna walk away from this. Let's skip Nottingham. Nobody likes. Does anyone like Nottingham? Mr. Red, Mr. Red. Do you like Nottingham? We just were offered a bandit. Oh hey, we finally have some reason. Oh my, well, I'm at 12 research a month. Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, it's probably French, because a lot of British is actually French. Thanks, William. All right. Oh, oh. Afford a train stay. Oh, no, we can't. Oh, my God. Oh, we don't have rights. Oh, no. I didn't even see this. Okay, so we can't build south. You see that? We can't build in Ireland. We can't build in Scotland. Yeah, we're stuck with Leeds and Wrexham. And that's it. Oh, nope, I'm wrong. And Hull. So we can connect to Leeds, Wrexham, and Hull. Okay, I guess that makes that choice for me. New plan. New plan. Let's get a train station in Wrexham over here. There you go. Actually, let's do... Sweet! I love capitalism. Hang on, I need to find that guy real quick so I can slug him. Yeah, it's going to be expensive, so we're just going to sit on that for a minute. What's Wrexham got? Pigs! Why is everyone slaughtering the pigs? Oh my god, stop slaughtering pigs. You know what? Listen, Maverick, I need you to stop slaughtering the pigs, okay? I know. The way they squeal is so cute, but just bear with me, okay? Those poor pigs. All they wanted to do was eat slop. Insert AI joke here. That's actually not too bad. It's expensive, but it's not too bad. I'll let it happen. I'm telling you, that red person, it'd be cool. Especially if like you lose it from if we're being honest with ourselves, it's basically the same concept as a werewolf, like when you break it down, right? It's just a little more site specific than the moon, phases of the moon. I suppose the latter. It's a mediator. No, don't care. Oh my god. Why are you so slow? I gave you resources. I don't have enough money for that. I don't have enough money. I don't have money. No! I just failed an auction because I didn't have money for like 3 seconds. Dang it. I don't think it was to you, Orbcore. That would be crazy. I mean, could you imagine that short of a delay? Good morning, Blue Dragon. Oh my god, I need more money still. Okay, hang on. There. Build line. Yay. Okay. Now I need to wait for more money again. Just wait for my money to roll in. I'm gonna count those stacks. I'm gonna make a giant money bin and swim through it. Scrooge McDuck was always a metal bender. Changed my mind. You know, I would believe that, Mr. Red. I'm pretty sure if I just sat here and streamed Lotro for, I'd say about a year, I would not run out of quests to do. And that's not really a compliment. Like, it sounds kind of like a compliment, but it really isn't one. Yeah, quests. That's... Oh, okay, let's get our second supply tower, because I'm sick of them complaining about not having supplies. Yeah, maybe, Mr. Red. No, there's a reason Lotro is turbo vetoed. It would be a terrible stream, as a lot of MMOs would be. But it would be like every other MMO stream, but worse. Like, even the FF11 stream is not going to be that empty. And I stress that word, because that's really what it comes down to. It would be an empty stream. Like, most of the MMO... Well, I shouldn't say most. The MMOs we've covered so far, there's been stuff to do. There's been stuff to talk about and share, and... Yeah. And Lotro would just be, alright, so now I gotta go kill 15 other things. So Lotro is not worse than FF14 1.0. Nothing in the world is worse than FF14 1.0. Let's be clear about that. It is still the worst game ever made, pound for pound. Okay, I think we can actually set up our line. So let's get a new rocket. And let's set you up some pigs. And I actually can set up another new line, which I'm going to do now. Actually, you know what? No. I'm going to adjust an existing line. That's what I'm going to do. Where's money? There's money. Money, I got a job for you. I want you to also... I want you to go from Manchester to Liverpool to Wrexham. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's talk Greek mythology. Sorry, what? I'm kidding. Greek mythology is kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. A little bit. Okay, so let's connect these two places so we can make some more money. I need that money. That'll barely pay for itself. Yeah, those barely pay for themselves. Wow. Okay. That also expires in like a month. Oh, Jesus. Okay, hang on. Let's pause. Let's take some debt. Debt's great. It's wonderful. I love being in debt. Okay. Yep. Let's go grab some debt. Yes, please. I would like to be in debt. Thank you. Okay, now let's set up our train stations. Oh, Jesus Christ. These rivers are killing me. Oh, God, Mook, these rivers are murdering my face. My poor face. Okay. So let's connect this up here. That's actually not too bad, but we gotta adjust a little bit. That's even better. Much better. Okay. Oh, this is so expensive. Okay, we got the money. Cool. And now let's go ahead and get our other bit of money. Money. Let's go ahead and put it up here, like at this angle. Congrats, Mook. And then I want that on the outside line, leading to the outside line, like that. Oh, is there some way to do it with less bridges? Maybe. There. One bridge. It's a big bridge. But one bridge instead of three. And that is a third the price. So let's go ahead and do that. Get our bonus. It's good because we need that bonus. With that last bit of money, we're going to set up some more money lines. I want that money. I want that money. And I want you to go from Manchester to Leeds to Hull to Leeds. We'll call this Money 2. Okay, and now we're going to unpause for a bit and wait until we can pay off our debts. Which is going to be a minute. British Evil Club of Evil. Right, I forgot I named my company that. Railroad Company, British Evil Club of Evil, recently built a new train station and has consequently connected yet another region to its rail network. Chief Executive Runner stated that his railroad company's route expansion was also going to include unabated in the future. There's still plenty of people and businesses that aren't hooked up to our network who deserve nothing less than the best. Look. Evil Incorporated. We wear our name on the tin. And that's our slogan. Oh, we're making money. Nice. We are, in fact, making money. Lots of money, even. Money. What do you have? Beef. Oh, my God. Everyone just wants beef. And they want... apples. Debating if I care enough to bother with that. Yeah, why vote for the lesser evil? We're working on it, Benoit. Can I set up a line from here? No, I can't. I knew it. I knew it. Okay. Well, I want to get out of debt first. So let's just chill for a minute. Let's get out of debt. Yep, it's the Economic Variable Investors Lobbying. Just gonna wait a second. A few more, just a few, but please make me money. Please make me more money. Oh, hang on, I gotta spend more money really quick. No, I swear it's for a good cause, because now we could go to Money 2 here. Give them a conductor, which will increase our ticket sales and make us even more money. That's right, we're going to charge people even more. But first, let's get out of debt. Pay this off. We're like 20,000 shy. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. Okay, now let's pay off our debt. Okay. Actually, we have a deadline on this task, and that deadline is in like 3 months. I need 3 more active train lines. Don't worry, make me okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build a connector line here. Right there. Oh, it's gonna be expensive. Okay, hang on. I need to do a lot in like 2 months here. So I really need these to hurry, please, so I can... Okay, make that. Okay. Now I need you to... I need to take another loan. I'm about to lose the map. Okay, hang on. Damn, I just paid this off. All right, get a new loan, please. I just paid this off. All right. New line. You. I want apples going here. With you. Done. And then I need... How many more lines? 3? What? 3 more lines? I just set up a new line. How does that not count? I have 6 lines. Why does it say I have 5? Why does it say I have 5? I have 6 lines. Oh no. Okay. Doesn't earn enough. What? But none of them do. Well, excuse me. One of them does. Money 2 makes that much. Yeah, sure, let me fix the West Coast. Okay. 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 Hang on. This is great. That's what this is. Set up between Leeds and Hull. Yes. Set up automatic. And that's not going to count, is it? Because it wants... I don't know what it wants me to do. Maybe, like, once it ticks over, it just automatically makes so much... I can't connect there. Oh, actually, I can. But never mind. Okay. Hang on. So I have 7 lines right now. So the okay, hang on. Let me think about this real quick. Then I'll answer Dakota's question because I don't know how to set that up. I guess I could put there, but I've already got that there. So that's already punching that. I could do that. That'll feed that, but that won't help with that. So why don't I do... I need 1 more line. So let's go ahead and add a new locomotive. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to set it up here. And this is going to be like just the route. So to Leeds, to Manchester, to Liverpool, to Wrexham, and then back. And this is going to be set there. That's going to be a personnel hauler. It's going to be a transit. So, okay. The problem I'm running into is in 2 in-game months, I will have lost the scenario. Because it wants me to maintain 8, I think, financially viable train routes at the same time. Now, I actually have 8 routes going right now, but it says I have 5, but none of them actually are making the money it says I need to make to qualify. So I'm not 100% sure what it wants me to do here. So I think we're just about to lose. So I'm just going to sit here, because at this point, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do to increase profitability that I'm not already doing. Sure. Go ahead and buy a new research, because that's how we get new research in this world. Breakdown.
In case you are short of money,
Shut
you
up.
are able to issue bonds to give your project a fresh impetus at any time.
Oh, I haven't even built.
Admittedly, bonds have to be repaid always, but as soon as the ardor has reached the people, the railway will profit.
Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for that tutorial. 6 missions in. Could have used that on the first mission, but, you know, whatever. That's the first time the game has mentioned bonds, by the way. I only knew bonds existed because I looked up a freaking walkthrough. Okay, we're in December. We're up to 6 of 8. And... what? The HMS Beagle starts a research journey to South America under the command of Captain Robert Fitzroy from Plymouth. Present on board is a 22-year-old natural scientist theologian, Charles Darwin. Well, anyways, as I was saying... we didn't lose. Why didn't we lose? I'm confused. We should have just lost the map right there. We're up to 7 now. Okay, I'm just going to sit here and stare at it. Guys, we just need the money to roll in a bit. Yeah, we were too big to fail. Except that's never been true, by the way. Well, we should probably set up some supply towers. The lines that don't have any. Take this one. There. Well, guess we can make some bit of money really quickly here. Just real quick, like. You know, there's nothing I like more than being forced not to play the game I'm trying to play. Got my bonus, sure, whatever. Ooh, we can make a slightly better train. That's actually not a small thing. We just train quality. Still at 7 of 8. Well, let's go improve the money lines, right? Because I can do that now. Well, not that. This. So let's upgrade your train to the new John Bull. Heck yeah. Feel that speed. Why would I contribute to the economy when I can make money at the expense of the rest of the economy? British Evil Club of Evil imports John Bull. Built in the English workshop of American motor Robert Stephenson, transported across the Atlantic by ship. British Evil Club of Evil has fest. I'm set. I don't know why that's still funny to me. I apologize. I think it's funny that the newspapers are all writing about the British Evil Club of Evil. How's our financials doing right now? Okay, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Yeah, the newspaper's just like, we're not even pretending. We're not even. This is just how it is. Yeah, we looked at the India companies. We're like, we can do better than that. We got this. We got this. They weren't creative enough. Are we profitable yet? No? Okay. Well, we're in March of 32 now. 1832, so... Still paying off this stupid bond. I love it, Evo. That's brilliant. We'll all make money, and there'll be no detriment to that at all. Brigwin linked something this morning, which actually made me laugh.
As it is quite observable in
Oh, we did it! We did it!
Success proves
Somehow.
my point. The railway arouses great interest right now. Your next goal shall be the heart of the United Kingdom, London.
But nobody likes
I'm
London.
afraid we have to do a lot of persuading. Many landlords are refusing to sell their land, and thus they are blocking our way to London.
We have to kill them then. Let's just kill... I see no detriment to killing the landlords. Okay, connect 2 cities with a population of 35. Honestly, that just means growing the cities more, which hasn't been happening. Well, that's interesting. Are there any cities that big? Oh, no. Okay, so here's our 2 objectives. We have to connect 2 cities of 35,000 top, and none of them have that much population. Which, what that actually means is we need to grow 2 cities to 35,000 pop. And we have to connect Liverpool to London. And that is going to be a freaking pain. Because for those who know where, here's Liverpool up here, right? Let's get away from the fog. There we go. I love how we zoom in, by the way, and there's just fog. Anyways, so Liverpool, cross a river, down here, another river, and there's London. We have to go through all that nonsense. In fact, actually, we literally can't go through all that nonsense yet, because it still won't let us build down there. Oh my god, you just made me think of an extremely horrific joke, Evo. It's just the UK. It's just the UK. Okay, so why is it Liverpool should be growing by now? The fact that it isn't is kind of weird. What is the issue here? We don't have barley, and we don't have apples. We should have apples. Why don't we have apples? We can fix that. Let's make an apple line happen. Apple line. You. Doesn't need to be a big train, so we'll just make it a cheap train. There we go. Apples to Liverpool. There you go. Boom. But barley? Where the hell is barley that we have access to? Nowhere. We do not have access to barley. At all. At all. I bet you we need to connect. I bet you we need to get the population up first, and that'll give us access to London. What do you want to bet? What do you want to bet? Okay. Let's see where our barley... Oh, there's our barley. There's, like, no barley. That goes to Nottingham, which we can't even access. Barley way up here we can't access it. There's no barley! There's no barley in Britain. They're balmy. Oh, wait, Liverpool just grew. How did Liverpool just grow? I look away for 5 seconds, they're like, we've grown. Cool, blimey. Oh, I need to play that game. Let's pay off our debts. We're doing okay right now. We don't have a lot of need for money as of this exact moment in time. Let's pay off our debt. There we go. We're out of debt. Heck yeah, brother. Hey, Sean. We're out of debt again. So I'm thinking... There's Birmingham. We could go down just straight, right? I'm thinking long term, right? So there's Liverpool. We can take the line that's currently going to Wrexham, stretch it south to Birmingham, cross the river to Oxford, and then go to London. That way we only have to cross one river this whole hellish trip down to London. I actually don't know, TSB. I was wondering that earlier myself. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of cool information on, like, specifics of that. So, I don't know, would be the truthful answer. British Evil Club of Evil has the fastest train. Let's make it even faster. Hell yeah, brother. And then we need to ride one of these trains. We need to see... Oh no, we'll ride the train to London. How's that sound? Although we might not make it that far. So, Tequita... Sorry, I meant to answer Tequita's question. I never fully did. The problem we're running into, and this is... I've been debating what I think of this, is objectives have a timer. It's actually the reason, if you remember on our first day, we actually failed the very first mission, was because I didn't realize the timer existed. If you look over here in tasks, there's a date there, 1833. We have to connect 2 cities with a pop of 35,000 by the end of 1833. Otherwise, we lose the game. We lose, right? By 1837, we have to connect at Liverpool and London. Sense make? Those timers, I've been debating what I think of this. Because on the one hand, it's nice pressure to make sure the player isn't just sitting and building. But on the other hand, it's really frustrating. Especially because those timers are a little bit tighter than they actually sound. As was obvious by the fact that I nearly just failed at the previous timer on this very map until I pretty much lucked out into victory. To put this into perspective, I have 1 year to upgrade the population of 2 cities to 35,000. I've got a 26,000 city and a 19,000 city. So I might be in a fail state again. So what can I do to improve Manchester? Other than barley, which I don't have. Yeah, no, exactly. The Doom Clock, like, Doom Clocks serve a value, but I keep saying this is more of a board game than a video game, which is fine. But Doom Clocks serve a valuable purpose in game design. But it's really easy to screw them up and have them be too doomy, too hard of an escalation, right? You want the player to pretty much constantly be pushing a little bit past their boundaries to try new tactics, gain access to new resources, try new units, whatever, right? But if the Doom Clock is too doomy, then what that means is any mistake means a reload, right? And that's just not as interesting. Getting that sweet spot is pretty rough. So I need fish. Yeah, no, exactly, TSB. Balancing a Doom Clock is a whole thing. For what it's worth, of the many issues I had with XCOM 2, I think XCOM 2's Doom Clock was actually well designed. Part of the reason for that is because XCOM 2 had a thing you could do to reduce the doom, to push the doom clock back, which helped. I'll actually name another example, which is from a board game. Eldritch Horror, I think? Oh god. Shoot, what's it called? Bragwin? Bragwin? No, I lost Bragwin. Hang on. Hang on. It's not Arkham Horror. It's like a game based on Arkham Horror. I think. Or maybe it is Arkham Horror. Yeah, let me see a map. I don't think I've ever played Elder Sign. That's wrong. Okay, it's not Arkham Horror. Okay, what is Elder Sign? Elder Sign. Yeah, I've never played Elder Sign. Oh my god, do I have to just pull... I'm just going to pull up Tabletop Simulator really quick. Hang on a second. I'm just going to pull up Tabletop Simulator. No, hang on. This is going to bug me because I really like this board game. It's actually one of my favorite co-op board games. I usually like to play The Politician. And I know what you're thinking. Aha! But no, for real, the Politician has the ability to buff and support other players, right? And that's super my playstyle. Like, I can give you items, I can move you around on the map, I can give you bonuses to your checks. Like, that's just me. And the whole lore of the Politician character is that you are a politician who is aware of the oncoming Eldritch Horror. So, you're doing something about it. It's great. It is Eldritch Horror. It's literally Eldritch Horror. Nobody trusts me. Damn it. So the name of the game is Eldritch Horror. I'm staring at it right here. May or may not be loading the game in the background. Just 100% brave. No, this is it. This is it. Anyways, the point is, getting back to my point, now that I know the game in question I'm talking about, so in Eldritch Horror, there's actually different bosses you could fight, different horrors you could be going after, but all of them have a Doom Clock, and the Doom Clock can advance from 19 all the way to 0, and there's the Omen track and all kinds of stuff like that. But the point is, there's also stuff you can do to push back the Doom Clock. And in some specific cases, it depends on the scenario and your setup, you can get some benefits for the Doom Clock hitting certain markers as you're going down. You see the common trend here. Good Doom Clock equals the player has some control over the Doom Clock, and there's some other mechanic to the Doom Clock that doesn't just mean a timer. To use Majora's Mask as an example, although I'm not sure that qualifies as a Doom Clock, the world state changes as time is going on, which gives you access to different things and different knowledge, and of course, you always have the ability to hit the reset button on the clock in Majora's Mask. So there's 3 good Doom Clocks right there. Did it defrost, Sean? Also, I wouldn't eat that chicken. I'm just saying. I would not touch that. Okay, so, fish. We don't have access to fish. Oh, we do! We have access to fish! Okay. Let's make fish. Let's make fish happen. No, no. It does count as a Doom Clock. It's just a good Doom Clock, was the point I was trying to make there. I apologize for sucking at my terminology. Five. Also, there's no trilogy of Devil May Cry. There's 5 games. But yeah, Devil May Cry 5 is the best Devil May Cry game. That's not even close. That's not even, like... I have reviewed all 5 Devil May Cry games. Let me go to warrunner.com. Yes, Warrunner, because I apparently can't talk today. Let's sort by name. Let's go down to the D's. Devil May Cry 1, -18. Devil May Cry 2, -300. Devil May Cry 3, 145. Devil May Cry 4, 39. Devil May Cry 5, 307. And Statement. Alright, so, back to the game. So we got fish. Hang on, I need to go stab Ross with a donut. Coming from behind with a steel donut. That actually sounds really painful. Don't do that. So let's go ahead and get a cheap. So we don't want much here. And I want a rail line from Manchester to Fish. Make Fish happen, please. Okay, and that'll supply Manchester, and they'll get fish, and they'll be happy. You'll be happy, right, Manchester? I'm giving you fish. What more do you want? What do you want? Beef! Okay. Actually, I think I can do beef. I can do beef. I can do beef. We'll go ahead and do a supply tower there, just because we're going to go due diligence. And we want this to go into Liverpool, so the easiest way to do that... Ooh, let's just do it like this. Yeah, I can't grab both of those with one. It's a shame. That'd be really nice, but whatever. So we'll just do it like that. Low grade, low cost. Set up a supply tower on the route. Wait for some money to roll in. Oh. I mean, we might as well just make some more money. Money. I want more money. Okay, and then we'll set up a new line. Supply beef. Once again, we'll use a cheap line because it's just beef and it's a short route. Okay. Now we're supplying beef. Okay. They're growing. They're almost to 35. They're not growing. I have supplied fish. Well, ostensibly I've given you fish. Where's the fish line? Where's the fish? Are you fish? Hello? Nope, that's apples. Did I not set up a line to Murphy Sea Farm? Hang on. No, I did. It's right there. It's just taking a minute. Give me my fish. I want my fish. Where? No. I don't care about that. It's also... Oh, no, it's in my range. I can get vegetables, I just noticed. I can get vegetables and coal and wool. Not that I need any of those things, but I could. Oh, Manchester's growing. Grow, Manchester, grow. Well, we want barley. Well, it sucks to be you then, doesn't it? Please give us... No. No barley, because none exists. Seriously, there's just no barley. I don't know what's going on with this. At least we're still making money. Oh, Manchester's growing. Manchester's growing. Liverpool has gone over the line. That's true. All we're making with the barley is ale. Yep, Liverpool has hit rank 3. Okay, cool. Now I just need Manchester to grow. I guess I can work on getting all the cities to grow, but then they'll be all whiny and be like, we want stuff. I was actually thinking the same thing, Dakota. Speaking of, what do you want now? Tweed and lumber. Well, I'm pretty sure it sucks to be you on that. But we actually do have access to lumber. We do have access to lumber. I don't think we have access to tweed. Never mind. We could have access to tweed. That's expensive. Oh my god, that's expensive. We could, though. We could do it. We could have tweed. Frickin' patricians. Yeah, City Skylines 1, which I praised the hell out of for being basically one of the best city builders ever, at launch had a tremendously horrible... something nobody thought about, is what I'm going to call that. So what would happen is you would constantly try to up the education rating of all your people. Educated people wanted more educated jobs. More educated jobs would then create more demand for educated jobs. Here's the problem. Educated jobs, like office workers and corporate stuff, need basic jobs, low education jobs, in order to function. And all of the people of your populace, if you're doing it correctly, if you're playing the game correctly, all of those... No, I don't care. All of those are just... Your whole population is slowly shifting towards the high-tech jobs and leaving the low-tech jobs, which means your high-tech jobs can't function, which means they fall apart, and nobody will work the low-tech jobs to get everything started again. And then your city fails. Now, that has since been smoothed out a bit. But it was a very easy thing to slide into, because just the natural progression of the game pushed itself towards that. And then, whoops, game over. Or the closest you get to a game over in this. Would you stop trying to sell me your farm? I don't care. I don't want your frickin' farm. I am about to lose the game, though. Oh my god, Manchester. Is there anything you want that you don't have? Other than barley. They're gonna want beef. Soon. So... let's just set that up really quick. It's relatively cheap. Yeah, they keep trying to sell me the farm, and I keep being like, no, and they're like, please. I'm like, no. I don't want your farm. Supply it. Listen, I don't have access to beer, Mook. I don't know what you want from me. Hey, Ben One Eye, I've been trying to figure this out, too. Is there a, like, financial benefit to owning the factories? Because, like, there doesn't seem to be, near as I can tell. I mean, okay, so for those who don't know, if you own a factory, you can invest in a factory. When you invest it, you increase its production rate, which can increase how much it produces something. So that can be useful for several reasons. But, like, near as I can tell, you don't actually make any extra money from owning the means of production. So, yeah, near as I can tell, there's no benefit to buying these factories unless I want to boost production. Well, it's your call, Sean. That's up to you if you want to risk that or not. Okay, so... Come on, Manchester, I need you to keep growing. Faster than you're currently growing. You're about to need beef. Don't worry, I've literally already set up a beef line, so you have beef there. Okay, now you have beef. Beef's coming in. You need apples? Why don't you... Oh, you have apples. You just... Oh my god, someone's using the RSS feed. Holy crap. No, some games aren't announced, and that is 100% on me, because I don't know if anybody uses that. And because, like, nobody... From my perspective, nobody uses the RSS feed. I kind of don't remember to announce it every time. So that's why that happens. So, like, for example, the FF13 thing, that was my mistake. I literally just didn't put the announcement in. I apologize. It is nice to know that one person uses the RSS feed. Okay, so I guess I'm just praying at this point? I think that is where I'm at. Because I have about 5 months, or I'm going to lose the game again, unless Manchester grows here. Oh, Jesus Christ, frickin' Discord. I swear Discord is getting worse every week at this point. So, you have no control over the sales, Noctis. You just, if you own a factory, you can invest in it. If you can invest in it, you increase its rate of production. That's it. Like I said, this is all kind of very board gamey, so there's not that much depth. Not a complaint. Just a point of fact. Okay, we're up to 2 people. 2 people use RSS. I will try to be better about the RSS feed. That's been in the back of my mind anyways, and I will do my best to be on that.
The people of Birmingham have
Okay.
allowed themselves to be convinced by our recent success, and a portion of the way is cleared now. If we help to establish the industry, it will probably convince even skeptics of other regions.
Okay. Produce 60 loads of tweed. Well, I was actually just looking into that, and there's our tweed, so we might want to buy. Okay, that's okay. I was already thinking about a tweed line. I know how strange that sentence sounds, but it's true. I was thinking about a tweed line. Let's go ahead and set this up here. Yes, Walker. At some point in March, maybe. I wouldn't bet on it anytime soon. Is going to be the answer to that. Okay, we got a tunnel going here. There's our tweed line. We're producing 0.8 a week. They're consuming 0.8 a week. So if I'm going to invest in that, I need to invest in both equally. We're going to hold off on that right now. Let's get a fast line going because I need it. Hang on, actually, where are we at on that? We're nowhere. Our tech is so slow. You know what this reminds me of? When you do... Well, maybe you don't actually know about this. There's some scenarios that existed for, like, Civilization 2, where you start in, say, a major war, like World War II, and your research gain is so slow. It's the same concept, right? They couldn't get rid of the research mechanic of Civ 2 in a scenario. So what they did was they reduced your research rate to the point where the entire war, you get like 2 new researches, and that's it. That's what this feels like. Okay, so we do want a fast line, so we're going to get John Bull going here. We want a security guard. No, I'm just kidding. No security. Let's get that tweed in there. Okay, so how much is it going to cost to invest in these? Whoa. Okay, so that's 400,000 pounds. And this is 300,000. So we need 700,000 pounds to buy both. That won't actually change anything, because then we'll need even more money to invest even further. Cool. While we're at it, let's go ahead and get the Birmingham line going. I've been thinking about that anyways, and that'll at least make more money, and I always want more money. Dr. Winter, I need that money. I need that money. But you're gonna get me my money. I mean, it'd be nice, you know, if you could do that. Simple supply right there, over here. Let's go inside track. Here. There we go. Oof, a little expensive, not too bad. Add a fast line. And then set up a new layout between Liverpool and Birmingham. And just deliver people. Make money. Make me that money. I want that money. Oh, Liverpool screw again. What do they want? Limber? They want lumber? Vegetables. They want everything. That's not happening. I'll get you vegetables. Or I can just let you die. I do like letting people die. Oh, Manchester just grew. Yay. You know. Oh, man, that might actually be cheaper. It might be cheaper. Let's do that. Rather than invest in infrastructure, let's make some money. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Make sure I got one of these going. See a fast train because it's a long trip. British Evil Club of Evil extends network. There we go. Get some tweed going. Now I just need 500 grand. So we're just going to sit here for a moment. Hang on. We could get a loan out. Let's get a loan out. Let's just do it. Let's just get in debt. There we go. Let's go ahead and set up our factory. There we go. Okay. And that's consuming 0.8. And that is producing 0.8. Okay. I think we're looking good. Let's make some more money. I just need a little more. I know I'm swimming in hundreds and thousands of pounds in the 1800s. But I need more. Look, I found this orange ring, okay? Nobody's gonna get that. I should set up a maintenance shed. Just to grab it. There we go. Okay, maintenance sheds there. I need a supply tower on here. Hell yeah, Dr. Winter. It's just this giant pile of money. I just get all the money and I dump it into the pile. I just like to look at it. I like looking at it. Sorry. Oh no. I'm turning into Dutch. You have a pig farm? Actually, you do. But I can't build over there. I can get some cement. Nobody needs cement, though. Okay, now we're just going to chill for a minute. Make some money. Pay off that debt. Pretty soon. I don't want your apple farm. Good morning, Brigwin. Pay off our debt. There we go. We're out of debt again. You stole one of my coppers. That was my copper. Okay, those are doing good. What about our... Okay, we're doing good there. How about the beef? Oh, yeah, we're doing good on beef. Wait, we're not doing good on beef at all. No, we are. Never mind. We don't have any wood yet, really? Yeah, we don't have any wood. Slavery debate flares up. Initiated by student debates at the seminary of the Walnut Hills, Cincinnati, the U.S. are debating the question whether slavery has a place in society. I can answer that one for you. No. All right. Let's get lumber on the network. It's gonna be a pain to do, though. How do I want to do that? I can also get Nottingham on the network for no reason. I can just do it. Yeah, the evil company's against slavery. Why? Because it's not profitable. Dum-bum-ch. Okay, let's do this. I've been thinking about doing something. Can I get both of them? Oh, can't get both of them. That would be really cool. Oh, whatever. There we go. Nice, quick, cheap, simple. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Let's get better upholstery for our trains. Let's do it. Why haven't we already done that? I want my people to be comfortable. I want people to pay a little bit extra for the silk seats. Well, yeah, Mook. Look. Let's get a cheapo train here. Wait, what? Yeah, pause. There. Supply some lumber to these people. Now, who was just trying to sell to me? 'Cause I saw a barley farm. There ain't no barley farms in range. Right? Right? Oh my god, there's one. There's one barley farm on the ass end of the universe over by Peterborough. Or however you pronounce that. But we need barley. Do we need barley though? Do we really need barley? How's it we going? We're up to 10 loads of tweed. Getting there. We got 2 years to make 50 loads of tweed. This timeline thing, I swear to God. We don't care about barley. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna invest. We're gonna increase our production. That's what we're gonna do. So that means sitting here and waiting for a minute. You know what? I'm going to do another test here. Yep. One of the theaters, Ornival, has a drop in it, which is kind of cool. I need to do Undermine today. Was that the ding just now, Ben, when I? Ding. I actually don't know, Sean. Sorry. They really want me to buy that barley farm. No. I got other things to spend money on. Speaking of which, let's expand. Oh, that's so expensive. Ooh, okay. But we need that tweed. Yeah, no, there's 2 add-ons which I've been using, because both kind of cover each other to track everything. One is something I'll tell you about because I'm just waiting in game anyways. So give me a second. One of them is called Decor Vendor. The other one is called Homebound. And between those two, I have a pretty good list of everything I'm missing. I actually probably am going to spend some time on camera running around gathering decor. Because I don't have time to do that off camera. I have not had time. Okay, we're making textiles. Good, good, good. We're making tweed. We're making tweed. Yeah, that ding right there. Of course, been when I left, so I don't know if that's what he was talking about. I suppose we could expand another city. What's Birmingham want? What do you want? Fish, and that's actually it. And barley. Do fish. Sure, why not? Let's set up a fish line. We got tons of fish. We'll set up a slow fish line. That's right. I'm setting up a slow fish line. Don't think about that sentence too much. I'm not doing barley. That's my timeline. Well, we're halfway there on the Tweed. Look, if food went bad, then I would accept using a fast engine in order to get the fish from the coast to Birmingham. But fish doesn't go bad. Yeah, chicken was fine, fish was fine, it's fine, it's fine. Just throw the fish into a giant pile. Oh my god, our spruce. Do we have salt? Actually, I don't think we've tapped any salt mines yet. Yeah, no, we have. Right there. I don't think anybody's using it, though. Yeah, we have access to a salt mine, and nobody needs or wants salt yet. I'm guessing salt is an intermediary, because, like... Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, nobody wants salt. We have a salt mine. We own a salt mine. Nobody wants salt. We've got a coal mine up here we have access to as well. Nobody gives a damn about coal. Which is kind of funny. I guess I could connect Nottingham? I mean, sure. I feel like I'm in a weird place now because I'm just waiting. Let's go ahead and connect Nottingham. Sure, why not? Whatever. I guess you can be on the rail. Would you like access to trains, Nottingham? God. Okay, so let's do Nottingham to, like, Manchester to... Sure. To Liverpool. I guess that's it? Sure. We'll just do a really basic run there. Really basic run. Just get Nottingham on the network, really, is what we're trying to do. What do you need, Nottingham, while we're here? While I'm just staring at you. Apples? How's our apple production doing? We're glutted with apples. I think we have 2 apple farms on the network. Let's go ahead and do just a slow mode apple mode between there and there. Just kind of supply them with apples. There we go. Oh, Birmingham is growing. There you go. Doing good, doing good. They still want barley. They still get to suckle. No beer. We're getting there on Tweed. That's taking a minute. Can we make Tweed faster? I mean, we can't. No, this mode does not have competitors, like, at all. Oh, that costs £1 million! Oh! Oh! Oh, okay. New plan. What do you need to expand? Fish, and that's actually it. Okay, well, you know what? How's our fish farm doing? Oh, we're glutted in fish. This is Britain. We got fish for days. So let's get a new trainer. I'm going to set up a fast line here. I don't want your apple farm. Fast line, and then I want the fast line to supply fish to Hull, because there's no fish on the east coast, so we have to take fish from the west coast here and dump it off on the east coast. Yes, loner. Because it was, because the alcohol would kill some of the stuff in it. Is there no fish over here for real? There's fish. Way down here by London is fish. Whatever. Oh, I cannot get the new train yet. Damn. Whatever. I know, right, Dakota? It is shocking to me how much this soundtrack has endured for what it is. Like, for the type of soundtrack it's going for. Why do you keep wanting me to buy your farm? You know what, fine. Whatever, I don't even care. Look, the Thames is just... It's very gross. We're just going to call it what it is. Who wanted vegetables? Was it Liverpool? Liverpool, you do want vegetables. Okay, sure. Let's give you vegetables. You know what? I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling cool. I'm feeling spendy. I want to give back to my community, you see? You see, that's what this is really about. It's not about lining my pockets with absolute gargantuan piles of gold. It's about giving back to the community. Manchester probably wants the vegetables too, honestly, so let's just go and do that. Why are you... What are you doing? Hang on. I'm gonna follow this train for a second, because they're doing something weird. Make tunnels cheaper. Well, we already have one. Sorry. Ah!
A great part of the resistance we are facing seems to be caused by canal operators. Obviously, they are angry about the missed profits lost to our new lines. Do not be deterred. They are outdated. Keep going, and you will even convince the skeptics.
Will we? Okay, hang on. I need to double check to make sure this line is doing what it's supposed to be doing, which is getting vegetables. Go get the vegetables. Go! 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 Oh, okay, they got vegetables. They're getting vegetables. Okay, we're good, we're good. Also, I just noticed something. Check it out, check it out. We've got a British flag. That's the American flag. The Union Jack. See? Anyways, alright, so now, transport freight to town. Okay, so we're just doing that. And connect London and Liverpool. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's knock these people out of business and kill their livelihood. Oh god, we still can't. Okay, so now let's connect to Oxford. I do not have any advice, Triexia, and that is the best advice I could give you. Let's connect Oxford here. Via the inside line. Yes. Oh, that's a trip. There's no fixing that, is there? Okay, new plan. Let's run it through this beef farm. What is a beef farm? Well... that's actually a pretty solid trip. Check it out. Thank you, Kino Banjo. I have studied WoW probably too much, for being quite honest with ourselves. But I can live with that. That's probably good. Alright, so 2% gradient. Oxford is now connected. What Oxford? What do you want? What do you want? Fish! Everyone wants fish for some frickin' reason. Do we still only have, yeah, we still only have access to one source of fish on the entire map. in Britain. Well, I got a vegetable farm down here at TSB. So we got the vegetable farm way down here. And we got the fish farm up here. That's it. They're keeping up with the demand so far, but well, okay, let's set up a fast line. And let's get you some fish. Do you have need of beef? Do. Hey, have I got good news for you. Set you up with a slow line, because you don't need... It's like right here. There you go. So let's supply that with beef. What else do I want us to do? Transport a total of 800 freight cars to towns. Yeah, we're well on our way with that. I've almost got access to the Firefly. So why don't we... Let's go and connect to Northampton. I was debating this, but why not? I feel like being generous. I will acquiesce to you gaining access to the rail. Out of the kindness of my loving heart. And we'll just scoot you up there so we don't have to go across the river. There we go. Much better, much better. Maybe pull it a little closer. Maybe don't do that. Undo. So the rumors say, alright, so everyone just produces frickin' ham. Do you notice this? Every town just produces ham. Why does every town in Britain produce ham? It's frustrating. Okay. It's okay. We're cool. Everything's cool. Let's set up a station here. There's a ham place? Ham splice over here. I need to set up supply towers. I'm been doing that. Supply towers. Supply tower over here. Supply tower down here. That would explain a lot. Canucks cow. Set up a supply tower there. Okay, and then track up. What is this? This is Northampton. Up to here. Yeah, that's a good line. And then honestly, let's just connect this to Nottingham. Let's complete the circuit. What is that, inside track? Yeah, inside track. There we go. A little expensive, don't care. Now we have a much more thorough line. That's the important part. Yeah, I mean, the British people do strike me as being very hammy. Okay, so now let's set up some lines. British Evil Club of Evil. New connections. I'm not sorry. Got a cheap line. I'm just going to set up some cheap lines here to get these people supplied with ham. There we go. I like how Peterborough's right there, but like, you know, it's in the no-build zone because the nobles are like, don't do it. Don't do it. Listen, Benoit, I swear I'll do the ride-along as soon as we connect to London, which we're not there yet. I guess, well, sure, yeah. What do you need, Oxford? Well, you need barley and fish. What does Birmingham need? Barley. Okay. Fine. British Evil Club of Evil is most valuable company. I really shouldn't keep finding that funny, but I keep finding that funny. I'm sorry. All right, let's produce. Let's just give barley to everyone. I'm sick of people wanting barley. So how much does this place produce? 16. That's nowhere near enough. Hang on. What's our demand overall for barley? Wait, what? Competitors? Who are these people? When did you exist? Oh no. Can I buy them out like now before they become a problem? Why are you worth so much? Yes. Future victims, yes. Yes, yes. I want to kill them. I want to kill them. We'll come back to that. We'll kill them in a second. So, let's see here. No, that's not what I want. Although I guess I could look at barley. Oh, you know what? That's probably exactly why they're there. They're there so I can have competitors to hit with my various stuff. That actually makes sense. I withdraw my earlier complaints. I was going to ding the scenario for that, too. Yeah, I want some kneecaps. Okay. How do I set this up? How do I do this? Okay, so let's set up our train station here. I'm going to do something very stupid. And it's going to be very expensive, and I'm going to love it. All right, so. Okay, so first and foremost, I need a line going both ways here. Oh, a little expensive. That's okay. That's okay. We can work with that. There we go. There's our, whatever that's called, the tri-intersection thing that just surely has a name. Actually, I guess that's all I need, really, is the tri-intersection. Never mind, never mind. We don't have to do the dumb thing. Okay, now we're going to buy this place. Yeah, let me make sure I own it first. Okay, now that I own this place, it's going to be expensive, but it's going to be worth it because I want a lot of barley. I want all the barley. All right. Now, we're going to set up approximately 700 billion new lines so that no one will ever go without barley again. Set up a couple of short lines. Nottingham and Northampton. And then we'll set up, I think so, Dakota, because each objective opens up the map more. And allows us to access more. We'll put you to Hull. And I'm just gonna be doing this for a minute. And then we'll do that to Oxford. Then we're gonna be at this for a minute, okay? This to Birmingham. And now what else do I need? I need Wrexham. And then Leeds, which I forgot even exists. I forgot Leeds exists. Please tell me some British person somewhere finds that funny. There's Leeds, there it is. So another short line. And I'll go to Wrexham. It's a town in Britain. I don't know, Zara. I don't know what you want from me. Okay, now we'll set up our two good lines. And we'll set those up with our two major cities, Manchester and Liverpool. And what should happen now is 700,000 people, trains, I mean, should like start steaming out of here. What? Why is there a breakdown here? You have a maintenance section. Oh, you don't have a maintenance section. My bad. My bad. Let's set up a maintenance section. Make sure all these places have maintenance sections. When you say Google, Kara White Noise, we got to be a little clearer about this nowadays. I want to see my trains distribute out into the wilds. Go, my trains! Carry out the barley. Carry my will to the various towns. Distribute the barley, my minions. Look at all these. I don't want to buy your frickin' apple farm. Are they out? Yeah. Well, you see, bald eagles suck. They are bloody delicious, though. Yeah, so we'll see if we're providing the necessary amount there. Where are we at this point? Oh, we're still delivering. What's our timeline? Oh, jeez. Why do we keep getting so close to the timeline? Whatever. Keep delivering freight. There's not much I can do to speed that up, really. Oh, towns are growing. They've got the barley. A bald eagle is such a perfect pick for something like the United States because it's such a surface-level bird. It's not a cool, interesting, fun, strong, neat, friendly, trainable bird. It's just an asshole. It's just a big ol' asshole. Now, a falcon, ooh, much cooler. More trainable, too. I still cannot. What are we? We're the assholes. We learn from the best. We learn from watching you, Mr. Red. Yeah, also its voice is not what you're thinking when you think of that voice. When you think of the sound effect. Sure, let's connect milk. I want some milk. The moment I say that, Homelander just kind of perks up somewhere in the world. Wait. This... Okay, that's a horrible gradient. Tell me I don't have to do this. Tell me I don't have to make another... You know what? Whatever. I'm just gonna do this. But sure, that's insanely expensive. Man. There. We've now supplied Liverpool with milk. Easier problem now. How's our barley farm doing? Cider industry is up for sale. Sure, I'll buy it. Why not? On the cheap. You're not making money? No problem. I got your back. I'll bail you out. Hold on. Can I even build up here? I can't build up here. Why did I buy that? Oh, whatever. Yeah, I forget what a bald eagle actually sounds like. I have listened to it. It's just been a long time. Hey! New train! New train. Okay, let's get to upgrading some of our good trains. And let's set up like some more money makers. I want more money. Yeah, the Scots are like, ugh. English trains? Ugh, no way. Alright, so. What I want to do is I want to go here. Where's our money lines? Where's the money lines? They are money. I wish to manage you and upgrade you. And then I wish to upgrade you too. Upgrades for everyone, or really just these two. Alright, now let's set up like a new money line. Because I like money. Oh! British Evil Club of Evil has the fastest train. Nope, wrong button, wrong button. I want over here. I want a new line. How are you breaking? Whatever. So, get the Firefly. Get an engineer. I'll put that one in. Get Stoker. With you. Okay, they're good together. Perfect. Alright, so this is going to be... Let's see how I want to do this. So we'll do... Liverpool to Birmingham to Oxford, then up to Northampton, over to Nottingham, then to Manchester. Jesus Christ, Bergman. And that's just like your central...
The importance of the railway with reference to traffic of commodities can't be argued away. And finally, the way to London is clear.
Okay, this is it. This is it. Yes! Yes! What's our next task? Connect Liverpool to London. Easy peasy. Now I'm actually going to save really quick because I have this really weird feeling that it's going to, like... Save. It's going to, like, overwrite. Like, it's going to win the moment we connect to London, so... Actually, let's do this. Let's just see what happens. We saved, so we can see what happens in a second. So let's connect to London, and we're connected. Boom, done.
If you succeed in flourishing in the capital as well, it should help to overcome even the last resistance and to facilitate the construction of railways in the future considerably.
New task. Raise the pop of London. How many tasks does this mission have? Like, we've been here a minute. Hang on a second. There we go. Britain, there it is. Okay, so, oh my god, we're not even halfway through. Oh my god. So we have to raise population of London, then we have to take over someone else's business, then we have to deliver steel to Newcastle, then we have to transfer passengers from Liverpool to Glasgow, then we have to deliver cargo to Edinburgh, then we have to connect 15 cities, all of whom have a population of 60,000. Then we have to connect 8 cities with a population of 120,000. Then we have to wipe out all competitors. Can we move on? Like, I think we've seen what this scenario has to offer here. It's not a bad scenario, but, like, that's... Woof. Yeah, that's basically do the entire campaign of the Americas in Britain. Tell you what, let's treat ourselves. Let's do this. Let's add the Firefly here. Set up a rail line from Liverpool to London. Let's ignore the clipping. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Ah! Okay, we're fine. Oh god, there's another one! Okay, we're fine. Look, there's a lot of trains in Liverpool. There's a lot of trains in Liverpool! Okay, can we go now? Please? Can we go? Why aren't you going? Oh, they're being loaded. Okay, they're loaded. They're loaded. There we go. Ignore the other train. Oh, God. 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 It's so long. Oh, God. There's another one. Okay. All right. Enjoy the extremely scenic and picturesque British countryside. Ignore that part. Hey, Nordaman. You know what? Hang on. No. Every time we do this. It should be up here. And it should be under here. Quickly. Oh God, where is it? Is it an overworld? It's probably an overworld. British Evil Club of Evil at full steam. Yep. Hold on a second. I honestly do want to make it a little bit wider. It's an option, Sean. That's a good question, TSP. Hang on. 8 years old. 8 years and 1 month, actually. Yeah, I know that sounds strange to praise graphics that are like look like this, but I'm actually pretty impressed with the graphics. So, I'm going to say something really weird. How many of you have seen any of the footage or pictures, screenshots, excuse me, of Resident Evil 9? I swear I'm going somewhere with this. Just bear with me for a second. I mean, I myself have said multiple times, and nothing has changed my mind on this, that the actual game that peaked on graphics was Red Dead Redemption 2. That was the peak. We've done it. We hit it. Nothing has surpassed that in terms of a combination of design and fidelity. So, Resident Evil 9 looks fine, but I remember looking at some of its footage recently and just being generally unimpressed with it. Visually, I'm sure the game's fine. It came up because a question was leveled at me, which I didn't have an immediate answer for, which boiled down to, why has Capcom been ignoring insert these 7 properties for, like, 20 years, right? And one of the things that I found as I was looking through some of the financials and some of the interviews by some of the upper people, yeah, it's RE Engine, some of the upper echelons of Capcom, is that they were really trying to build tall rather than build wide. And that's why Monster Hunter, Resident Evil, and Street Fighter have been the focus of their push for a huge time. Tons and tons and tons of their IPs have just been sitting there untouched because they want to invest fully into those big ones and to make them make more money, because that way they can be treated like a big dog AAA company. And one of the things, this is not me, this is not opinion, one of the things that they said, which was a hallmark of AAA development, was having the big, shiny fidelity. They wanted the high-end graphics that were endemic to AAA development. And as I've talked about very recently, we actually just talked about this during the LGAs, my pick for the worst graphics design of the various games, sorry, various games that we covered last year was Deathloop. Because Deathloop was one of the most just generically generic-looking games I'd ever seen. And we talked about that. And yeah, there's also other related things, but you get the idea. Where am I going with all this? I think this game looks better than Deathloop. In fact, I think this game looks better than a lot of the more modern AAA high-fidelity wallpaper paste. Anybody who knows me knows that I've always said that design trumps visuals, trumps fidelity. That's my terminology. I know fidelity isn't technically accurate, just bear with me. But yeah, no, there is a style to it, and it's pleasant to look at. It's actually decisively unrealistic in a way that I appreciate. It is also lovingly rendered. I don't know if you've actually taken a look at some of the actual engines. The people who designed this game clearly spent a fairly large amount of time on one thing more than anything else graphically, and that's the freaking trains. If you look over there on the left side of the screen, you will see that those bumps on those, like the bolts holding that iron together, those are meshes. Those aren't textures. Someone somewhere sat down and bothered with a lot of this, and I appreciate that. It actually is more interesting to look at for me. And I mention this because I'm just sitting here enjoying the ride and enjoying the sights, and it's not much. But it's good. This is why I've actually given this positives for this, is because I actually like the way the game freaking looks. Which is doubly impressive considering this is a team of, what, 2 people? Now, Pragmata looks fine. I'll have to see that when it comes out to do a better job of that, of gauging that. Oh, are we here? Is this London? Yep, this is London. We made it. Alright, let's pop a save, just in case we feel like it. We'll call this Britain. And yes, I've actually said for years that Gen 5 Pokemon was when Pokemon peaked visually. And I have yet to be dissuaded from that. I do like the new animations and the new rigging in Pokemon Violet specifically. And I obviously haven't seen ZA yet. Yes, that was Black and White 1 and Black and White 2, which were both on the DS and had some very good sprite work and animations for sprite work. Oh yeah, no, Gen 5 looked amazing. It's a shame we didn't see more pixel games on the DS, because the DS was a great pixel machine whenever you actually did it. All right, so that was that. Our next is Australia. Let's poke at this one. I'll go ahead and do something worse, too, just to make this even harder.
Strong leadership and discipline.
Hey, Wash, I didn't.
According to my...
Niall, I always tell.
Isn't my uniform fabulous? I designed it myself.
You must be so proud. So we can actually choose our person for the first time with Australia. So the general has cheaper tracks. Hiring is more expensive because he is disliked.
Are you a man or a mouse? This is no time to hesitate.
Tunnels and bridges also cost more.
Ha ha! We'll send them home in send them packing.
So, start off with 5 auctioneers at the very beginning of the game. Gain more income from freight. No applications from office employees. And less money from the biggest moneymaker in the game.
Sometimes I think about giving
You know him.
everything.
There's no way to halt the progress of technology.
So, engines are cheaper. Maintenance buildings are free. However, upgrading businesses is way more expensive and repairers are slower.
Surely you must be aware that I am the best choice.
More money from the best moneymaker in the game. Express trains receive double bonus for tickets, so that's even more money in the best moneymaker in the game. Repairs are slower and less income from freight. That looks like a bit of a winner.
Well, do we need a bit more thinking time?
And we've already played as her.
You're searching.
It doesn't matter what you do, just do it with style.
Well, I don't know why her legs are tied. But we're going to play as her. We're going to call her... It's like a female version of Lorwyn. I mean, no, Lorwyn is a gender neutral, but... Lorray...
Dare you make me wait?
Lorray Renaria. There we go. There we go. And our company? Let's see. Octomam. Points if you get it. This is another scenario.
Ah, hello. How did you end up here? What was that? Railroads? Here in the middle of nowhere? You must have suffered a heat stroke. Well, since you're here, there are actually a few things a railroad might prove helpful with.
Oh, no.
And don't come running to me if you fail.
Oh. Okay, so you see this giant empty wasteland death? Did you notice there's resources out here? In fact, it looks... So you notice there's no towns at all out in the plains. All the towns are on the coast. And, yeah, most of the resources are in the interior. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. A lot of rivers. Like, a lot of rivers, too. Okay, what's our tasks? Connect 2 cities, connect 3 businesses, connect 50,000 people. I don't have a city? Near as I can tell. Like, do I not have a starter city? H. Oh, no, Melbourne is apparently mine. Okay. I don't know, Lord Haremont. They apparently produced yeast extract and beer from grain. Oh my god, Brigwin, why? Why? Why would you do that? Okay, so there's grain. That's not too bad. That's right over there. So let's connect Bellarat, Kelly Manor, and Melbourne. We've got a little bit of money to start with here. Territory. Oh, no. I have to buy territories to build in them? Wait, what's this button? Settlements? Oh my god! I have to unlock settlements? I also just noticed there's a hill going right between my supply line. Okay. Okay. Right, yeah. Okay, sure, whatever. Let's do this then. Well, we'll see how this goes. I'm very curious how this is gonna go. I want the interior line. So I made the terrible decision to play this on hard mode, too. Oh my god, that's expensive. Oh my god. Okay. No. No, come on. There we go. That's a little more reasonable. You don't tunnel through the mountain, please. Oh, gee. I mean, yeah, we've been hitting diminishing returns for a while now, haven't we, TSP? Okay, that's still pretty expensive.
Since the
But,
first settlements were founded just over 40 years ago, not much has changed here. Do you really think that a few tracks will change anything?
Not at this rate. I want to redo this scenario and turn off the hard mode because holy crap. I don't even see, what is the difficulty for Australia? Did anyone catch that? Because, yeah. Oh god, we start off with the grasshopper. For those of you not aware, the grasshopper is this thing. Whoops. That's... What do you do with your trains? I generate pollution. What? Yeah, no, this is way back. This is 1830 in Australia. Forecast? Oh god, we have to deal with weather too. Okay, we're gonna sell beer for the first thing here. I would like to gain access to the barley. I really would. So let's set up a gosh, okay, let's set up a small train station here. Like here-ish. And I want this to connect to the interior line like that. Oh my god, no, don't tunnel through. We might have to tunnel through. Let's see if we can tunnel as little as possible. There we go, that's a little bit more acceptable. Oh god, Lord Harriman, don't even tell me that. Okay, so let's buy that. And then I'm going to want to do a parallel line. This is actually our first time doing a parallel line. And nice, it actually auto-builds parallel line. I am happy about that, because that's going to make that a lot easier. Okay, so we got a parallel line going. We don't have to deal with lights yet. We're not there, we're not there. Let's go ahead and get a new line going with the grasshopper. At least we don't have the gigantic detriment to tech. I've got in the last mission. Yeah, go... Give me some barley so we can make some booze. And we're just going to sit and stare at it for a minute. Oh god, TSB, no, please! Wait, no, hang on. Let's watch our brilliant train. Where is this stupid thing? Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this amazingly beautiful train. Look at it. If you can even see the thing. Is this hand cart. Oh my god, this is so slow. I'm not watching that whole thing. Oh my god. That's one step away from the pulley cart. I can't remember the name of it right now. You need meat. Which means you need cattle. There's sort of sure. Wait, hang on, hold up. We just got access to a new truck. Check it out. Check it out. It's got a covering, so the person isn't just literally out in the open. Oh my god, that's barely different. Is that even worth upgrading? Let's see the difference here. It is very slightly faster. Better acceleration. Worse reliability. Better traction. Yeah, sure, there you go. Whatever. Upgrade. Why not? Might as well upgrade both lines. Sure. Why not? So why are you waiting? Why are you waiting? Why are you both waiting? Okay. But that's confusing. Okay, so let me explain what's happening here. I'm 4 days into this game. All right, so they're on the outside track, and they're trying to go over here to Ballarat, okay? The outside track keeps going past Ballarat. The inside track is intended for Ballarat. In fact, the inside track just connects between Melbourne and Ballarat, and that's it. The outside track keeps going to this barley farm so it can produce sweet, sweet booze. Problem. Because that train is on the outside track, it is blocking the way, so it can't go anywhere. And it's going to have issues going there, too. In fact, I'm kind of curious what's going to happen. Indian resettlement bill? Oh, that's up in the States. We're going to find out, because I want to watch what happens when it goes to run into them. And now it's waiting. Now they're both waiting. Both trains are stalled and cannot move because they're both staring at each other on the same track. Okay. That's strange. All right. Well, we can do a side pass, but I'm confused. Why? How? I'm trying to think of a way to do this that doesn't involve building more track, because I shouldn't have to, right? Logically speaking, there's no reason I should have to build an extra track. It should just, they should just be on the southern track for that and the northern track for that. I can't think of any way for lighting to fix that, because lighting changes direction. But I want both tracks to be both directions, so that doesn't help. I could force the tracks to be monodirection between Ballarat and Melbourne. So they could only ever go that way and then that way. And then the other track would have to switch tracks, I guess? So that the top track would have to be that. That doesn't work, though. Because then there's only one track going up to the barley farm. No, you're probably right, Dakota, but the thing is, I don't know of a mechanic in the game to fix this. I think I'm going to have to do a bypass, because I don't know what else to do. So, okay, let's build more track here. Yeah, I don't know what a signal box is, I'm sorry. I have no idea what that means in context. Nothing in the game has conveyed what a signal box is or how it would help anything. Now, if you would like to enlighten me, I am listening. Oh, that is just awful. Oh, this is awful. It's into the hill. It's into the hill, and it has to be on the north end. Maybe we'll do it up here. Might be cheaper to do it up here. Okay, it's much less of a gradient. That's much better. Can we smooth that out a little bit? A little bit. Not much. There. So we can set that up there. Then, hang on. Build a station with signal box. So when you say signal boxes, out of curiosity, do you mean signaling control? which is something I didn't know even existed until just now. Station plus signal box. Yeah, signal and control. That's what this is over here. Now here's the funny part. That means I need to delete everything. Because I can't upgrade these to a station with a signal and control on it. Alright, let's tear up everything. Yeah, you know, actually, yeah, let's just restart this. That's probably the much quicker and easier option. Let's just restart the scenario.
Ah, hello. How did you end up here?
Shut up.
What was that?
See, my family bought land out here.
In the middle of nowhere. You must have suffered a heat stroke.
Okay, so train station
Well, since you're here, there are actually a few things a railroad
plus signal and
might prove
control.
helpful with. But heed my warnings and don't come running to me if you fail.
And I guess we'll just set up another one over here. Which is exactly the way we just did. So there, I'm guessing that's the box in question. Now we have 4 lines instead of 2. Okay, so now... that to the northern line. Oh, whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't want to spend $1 million on this, or whatever our currency is. There we go, much better.
Since the first settlements were founded just over 40 years ago, not much has changed here. Do you really think that a few tracks will change anything?
Nope. Because I've already had to restart the scenario once. Okay, put that on the north line. Readjust this so we're not tunneling through everything. We'll tunnel through a little bit. There we go. Okay. Let's set up some basic stuff like the supply tower here and one over here. And let's go ahead and make sure we have some maintenance sheds, because duh. Okay, now let's go ahead and get our new trains. It's so bad. It's so bad. All right, so set them up there. And then another grasshopper here. Set that up between those two. Okay, now let's just sort of watch and see what happens. Where's and there's the John Hancock again. Oh yeah, let's thanks, game. Couldn't wait 5 seconds. Alright, let's go and upgrade everything, because that is a better gun. And by gun, I mean train. I mean, trains are light guns, if you think about it. Upgrade to John Hancock. There we go. Okay. So let's see what happens. Alright, let's follow them. God, this thing is so slow. So they're just carrying booze. Sweet, sweet alcohol. And they're just taking it to Ballarat. Yep, okay, cool, cool, cool. I'll go and buy the engineer and immediately assign him to this, actually. Let's go ahead and name this money. Gotta always rename that money. Money, money. Actually, no. Never mind. Cancel. Change my mind. Change my mind. We'll do another. We'll do a money thing later. Okay. Oh, they waited. They waited. Good sign. Good sign. Okay. So now they can go through. And now they're going to wait until they get all the way to the end. Which makes sense. I don't know of a way to prevent that from happening. So that's going to be a gigantic delay. So how do I prevent them from being delayed until they finish their entire route? I suppose a bypass is the answer to that. But one second. Hypothetically, I should be able to have a parallel here. So let's just do that and see what happens. Does that work? It does, and it automatically attaches to the supply depot. So there's our parallel. And now, hypothetically, they should be able to adjust. Nope. Okay, they're not going to adjust. Oh. Let's see what happens once they deliver the sweet, sweet barley. I want my booze. I want my booze. Okay, now he's waiting for them to come. Even though there's 2 lines, why are they still both using the same line? And he's waiting again. You have 2 lines. Why are you waiting? You have 2 lines. And a signal station. I don't understand. I don't understand. Ah. Ah. Okay. That would be nice, Ben. I'll be right back. Idea. I don't think this will work. But at this point, I'm just throwing stuff at the wall. So let's set up a signal here. Yeah, for this track. Yep, there we go. And then let's set up a signal over here. On this side, like so. And let's turn this into a loop. Basically 2 one-ways. Ah. Nope, the other way. The other way. The other way. Hello? Hello? There we go. And hypothetically, that should do absolutely nothing. But it... No, it did nothing. It did nothing. I didn't think it would. So that doesn't fix anything. Okay. I don't know how to make him use the second track line. Nothing is preventing him from using the second line, but he's just sitting there like, what? You have the signal thingy, and there's a breakdown, which means my entire line is just stalled because they can't leave because they refuse to leave. Like, I don't understand. Waypoint. What the hell is a waypoint? Well, first of all, let's get rid of these signals, because these are obviously not working at all. Let's just delete these signals, because they're not doing their job. I've picked the perfect map. Just try and learn this. This is great. Well, see, he's doing the second route. Why wasn't he doing the second route? I'm just confused. What are you doing? Taking booze to Why are you taking booze to Melbourne? Why didn't you unload your booze in Ballarat? We make booze in Melbourne. What are you doing? And they're waiting again. What? What? Hey. They're not even on the same track. Look, look, look. They're on the other track. They're on the southern line. They're on the northern line. And he's waiting for them. Why? It's another line! Are you gonna at least jump off your booze in the place that you started them with? Nope. Now, he's being serviced. Okay, well, that's sure, whatever. And now, he's waiting. He hasn't even unloaded. He hasn't even unloaded his booze! What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my god! Okay, what's going on up here? What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, you're going to barley. Good. Go get the frickin' barley. What are you doing? Stopping for... Yeah, okay, get some sand, get some oil, get some water. Okay, are you going to dump off your cargo now that you've done this route 3 times? You're just carrying booze back and forth. You're not actually selling it or dropping it off. You're just carrying it. It's like those mobile booze trains. Okay. Okay, they're unloading. Okay, okay. We've unloaded. No, I complained about this earlier, Dakota. There's a very real feedback problem in this game. We're fermenting it. We're fermenting the booze on the train. Oh, no, wait. That's an idea. No, hear me out, hear me out. Hyperspace, or whatever, like, other dimension you use to do FTL travel, passively changes the fermentation process and makes a unique alcohol that has to be fermented in hyperspace. So there's, like, barges of booze that just travel around through hyperspace, fermenting the booze in hyperspace. I'm writing that down. I like that idea. No, I like that idea. I'm writing that down. Okay, so. Old Ironside's a success. Woo, nobody cares. Alright, come on, let's go. Okay, so they're gonna come here, yep, okay, and then they're being serviced. Okay, that's whatever. It's an old train, I get it. Okay, they're getting more booze. And they're going back. Okay, that's a good-ish sign. Where's the barley? Where's the barley? Let me guess. Here comes the barley. No, you were so close. You were so close. Why won't you go? Okay, so hold up. So, Ben One Eye thinks I am redunculous, and he is obviously correct. But, let's look at these waypoints, right? So here's our waypoints, right? Okay, so that's the waypoints. So I want Kelly Manor to go to Melbourne and nothing else. So I don't know what waypoint I would use here, so let's look at the other one. What's going on here? Okay, so I could set up like can I like be like, hey, use the southern line? Aha! Aha! Okay. So I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay, so use the southern line to come back? I guess. Why is this a thing? Okay, hang on. Get rid of all this. Okay, so new route. I want you to come from Melbourne. I want you to take the north line. The north line. Okay, fine, there. Okay, so north line one way. And then the south line the other way. Okay, save. Let's follow this train. Let's see what happens. Okay, so he's gonna come here. Okay, they're gonna go. Okay, we're unloading the booze. It's at least a good step. And you should use the south line to go back. Oh my god, I think it worked. That is jank. Oh god, we're actually faster than the other train. Look. Oh, no, then we broke down. Damn it. You tripped at the finish line. Oh, we can get research. Nobody cares about that yet. I'm still trying to figure out, like, making trains work. Okay, so then we're going to dump off the barley. Okay, and then they should head back. Nope, they're stalled. They're both stalled. Why are they both stalled? Oh, he's being serviced. Okay, that's fine. And then he's waiting because he has to use the north line for some stupid reason. So it looks like, if I'm reading this correctly, if Ben One Eye is correct, there's no automatic using the line that isn't in use right now. There's no way to say use whichever line doesn't have a train on it. Instead, it's you have to manually say go north line west, south line east. Period. And then it'll follow the programming. So it's not perfect, because I don't know how I can improve this at this point to help this guy, because this guy is like, he was stepping through here, nominally speaking. So he's still got to wait at least once in order to make this trip. And the other guy has to wait if this guy's on the line already. You know what I could do, though? You know what I could do? Hang on. So let's switch to the first line, which is this one. And let's adjust. I have a slightly different idea. So let's get rid of all of this. Melbourne to Ballarat, okay? And let's force them to use the southern line, and only the southern line. Except it doesn't work. Because it's still using the north line. How do I... How to... A TSB. That's true, TSB. I can see why there's a toggle to just turn this off, by the way. Which, if it's not obvious, we've been playing with for a minute now. Let's see, so... Yeah, I get what Takota's saying. I'm not actually 100% sure how to do that in the game. In this game. In fact... Let's test something. Let's test something. I'm gonna laugh. Okay, so hang on. Let's get rid of this fruit or fix it or something, because this is just a mess. So you say set up blocks. The only way I can think of to do that is to set up a warehouse right in the middle, which naturally is going to mean deleting everything. So let's delete everything. Again, this is just where we're at with this. Okay, north line goes to north line. Yes. South line goes to south line. Yes. North line goes to northernmost line. Yes. South line goes to second. Yes. Okay, so warehouse. Go ahead and make sure you're storing barley and booze. Okay. Cool, cool. I'll set up a maintenance shed here too. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and set up the Melbourne to warehouse to Ballarat to warehouse line. That's whatever. And then where's my other line? It's right there. Okay, so the second train is waiting for the first train as usual, like you do. First train's just doing its thing. Second train's off. Gotta ferment that beer. Have a random breakdown right before the maintenance shed, like you do. And they drop off all the beer. Then they pick up the beer they just dropped off. Duvall was like in his 80s, wasn't he? That's terrible. So drop off the beer, pick up the people, come back. 95, Jesus. Still using the northern line, I can't help but notice. Okay, stop here. Do nothing, because, yeah, we're just trying to split up the tracks a little bit. Not even sure it's working. Okay, drop off the people, be serviced, make money, pick up beer. Okay. I mean, death sucks regardless. That's kind of the baseline. Okay, so we're gonna drop off the beer. Yep, okay. Then we're gonna pick up the beer. Okay. Yeah, I'd say so, Mr. Root. I noticed the other train's waiting on us, by the way. I don't think this works, but I don't think it understands how to do this, because I think it is still one block. It's just there's another stop on the block. Look at that. In fact, it's actually overwriting the other thing. Did you see that? Like, they took priority. Like, the first train is just sitting there at the station. because the second train is just dominating. Hey, Kid Viper. Slavery debate flares up. Slavery sucks. There you go. There's the debate over. Now, hang on. So what should happen, hypothetically, is they're going to load up with... And then they're going to wait. So the first train... So yeah, this is not working. It's not working at all. Okay. So I think TSB might be right. I think the solution is to manually set up a thing and just live with it whenever it doesn't work. I think that's the solution. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the main menu. We're going to restart the scenario. Again. By the way, this is listed as hard. For those of you who... Let's see. We're going to... There we go. There we go.
Together, we shall...
We'll just wrap them.
Surely you must be aware that I am the...
That's actually really funny, Valerian. Yeah, we're doing a difficult scenario, and I can't
How did you
quite
end up here?
figure out what it wants me to do. I mean, I kind of get the idea. I do.
Here in the middle of nowhere.
But...
You must have suffered a heat stroke.
Okay, so...
Well, since you're here, there are actually a few things a railroad might prove helpful with. But heed my warnings, and don't come running to me if you fail.
Let's get this all set up. Well, obviously, Kid Viper. And yeah, let's fix this like we have done every single time so far. Because I don't want to cut through the hills. There we go. There we go. Okay.
Since the first settlements were founded just over 40 years ago, not much has changed here. Do you really think that a few tracks will change anything?
I mean, honestly, at this point, I don't believe in anything. And this is my third time starting the scenario, so I've got some information at my back on this one, you know what I mean? I actually have a generic build playlist, which has a bunch of music on it. It's just, it keeps randomly picking Stellaros. It's missing a song. I just noticed it's missing a song. Hang on. Hey, Colgrim. Let me fix that real quick. There it is. There we go. Much better. Okay, so I want you to kind of come, like, out here. Go around the mountain. Not through it. And that's actually fine. We'll go ahead and live with that. Wait, what's the issue up here? Bridge! I don't want a bridge. No bridge. Can I avoid bridge? Ooh. There's avoided bridge. It's a bit of an incline there. It's a 5% incline, and these are terrible trains. We're going to call that good. All right, so let's go ahead and get... Wait, hang on. Let's get these connected. Yeah, you just gotta get out and push. It's a shame Sal there isn't here. That'd be helpful. Alright, he's not gonna give it to us, whatever. Fine. Add a locomotive. This stupid thing. Add a locomotive. Well, hang on. Pause. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. Because I knew a new engine would come in. It has every single time. Okay, so now we just add the new engine. There we go. Now we gotta upgrade the old one. Because, damn it. So, upgrade. Old one. Yes. There we go. Okay. Go to it. Yeah, the kangaroos just kick you uphill. Okay, so we've got our basic line set up. Jeez Louise. Alright. What else do we need here? What's going on? You need, what is that? Seafood. Seafood and meat. And sugar. Seafood, meat, and sugar. What are our goals here? Oh, there's seafood way over here. What about this? What is this? That's nothing, I guess. What about this? What's this? So I can make a settlement. So I can set up a settlement, and I can turn it into a settlement for seafood. Wait, is this a town, or is this a resource hub? Because this says seafood and whatever that is. So I assume it's a resource hub, like this is, right? Oh. Well, best way to find out is probably to just go ahead and buy one of these. It is very hard to tell. Hang on, can I set up? I can. What's this? Oh, I can't. Why can't I? Do I not have the territory? No, I have that territory. So there's like gray settlements, which I can't do anything with. Like this guy. I can't even select them. Like, I don't even know who these are. Who are these people? What are they doing? Why do they exist? Why aren't they feeding my people? Okay, so they need cattle. They need a lot. Is there any cattle nearby at all? I'm guessing no. Yeah, it's a hard no. Okay, so let's unlock a settlement. So we could set up whatever the circle thing is, or seafood there. Oh, this can be barley, lumber, circle thing, or cattle. That could be a bunch of things. That could be sugar. That could be sugar. So let's do this. What's this mean? I don't understand what I'm looking at. What's this mean? I don't know what this means. I don't understand. You know what? Let's not mess with it. Maybe it'll tutorialize this. Maybe. So instead, let's go ahead and set up a train station. Let's get some seafood. Let's transit seafood via train. This is a great idea. Let's just get it on this line right here. Yeah, let's just go into that. Listen, planes are just, they suck. Okay, I don't know what you want from me. Do you have any rivals? Technically? No, okay. New train list. Use the Hancock. We're just gonna always use that from now on. So let's get some seafood. Distribute some seafood. There we go. And then I want one more thing, which is also going to be seafood, because there's nothing else. Well, there's lumber. That involves going over a river. And it looks like that's it. I have one more seafood or lumber. Those are my options. In fact, actually, hang on. I do. I barely have access to that lumber yard. Do we need lumber? We probably do. We do, in fact, need lumber. Okay, well. Okay. I have an idea. Let's set up a train station here. Like you do. Set it up this way. We'll connect it down here. Then we're going to fix this line. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's extraordinarily expensive. Okay, let's make this slightly less horrible. Oh, I'm not sure we can. Hang on. I'm not sure this is possible, what I want to do. Okay. I actually don't think it's possible to do what I want to do. Hang on. Let's poke at this. So let's set this up over here. No. Down here. And now let's dig a shorter tunnel right through here. That is going to be insanely expensive. And then we still have to do a second tunnel. Oof. Okay. Okay. I don't think there's any making this work. It's just going to be too expensive. That stupid hill is in the way. Alright, hang on. Axe all that. We're just going to connect over here. That's still going to involve a bridge. Because of course it is. Let's just minimize the length and size of the bridge. And then not dig through the... Did I... Am I stupid? I might be stupid. Right, that's... God, this is an insanely expensive line. It's just to get some lumber, too. Look, kid. Sometimes you gotta do your trains. Alright, let's see if we can cheapen this a little bit more. Sure, we can make that cheaper. All we have to do is deal with a 9% incline, followed by a 4% incline. Ugh. That's awful. That's terrible. I'm not sure the current trains we have are physically capable of that. This is really frustrating. This stupid lumber. Maybe I don't care about lumber. Maybe I should give up on the lumber for at random. Problem is, I just noticed this is it. I have to connect this. I just realized something. In order to progress, I have to connect 3 nodes. There's the fishery right there. Double checking to make sure. Yep. There's the barley, and there's lumber. I have to connect the lumber. It is the only option. It is literally the only way to progress. And that means 2 tunnels and a bridge. And that means $1 million freaking dollars. There's no fixing that. There's no getting around that. Okay, hang on. Idea. What if we connect down here? Like on the line, like that. There we go. Why are you being weird like that? Don't be weird like that. Okay, that's still $500,000. Jesus Christ. Random, I need you to make these trains cheaper. Can you do that for me? Can you make these trains cheaper for me, Random? I need these trains to be cheaper. I'm going to live with a 3% gradient because it's half the price. Stretch that out here and stretch this out here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's make some plan. What was that, like, ice material they tried to build ships out of right around World War II? And then stopped because it was a really dumb idea. That is a 20% gradient. Oh my god. Why is that so tall? Why does that need to be so tall? Just don't be that tall. Just go across. Just go across the river. Seriously? Okay, fine. Let's get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Ugh. Okay, that's probably as cheap as that's getting. Pykrete. That was it. Pykrete.
Here there aren't many passengers or commodities to transport, but you still seem determined.
Well, since I bothered, I might as well get a line going for that. pull the same trick we just did. And transit lumber. Okay. We have the John Bowl. We literally have that tech already. Whatever. Anyways. I hope you enjoyed, Random. And I hope you have a good birthday. You better have a good birthday, I swear to God. One of the research upgrades I can buy is foreign workers, which reduces the cost of laying track. Why does this keep going down? Yeah, I'm just waiting. You'd better, Random. Or I swears. I'm glad you had a lot of fun. I mean, first of all, yes, is the answer to your question. Maybe put them under images? Oh, God damn it. I forgot to set up a supply tower. I set up several supply towers, actually. These are really long trains, so... I can see why this is considered hard mode, by the way. Ideal street taco? Okay. So first of all, none of that funny business. No cabbages, no fish. I want meat. And I want salsa. And preferably something crunchy like onions and or lettuce. So like ideal, true ideal. So let's go with shredded something. I actually don't care what.
Notice there's one thing in vast abundance. A lot of untapped wilderness. Ever so often, enough people accumulated in the existing towns that we may try to establish a new settlement.
Okay.
Since the credit is yours to a large extent, you also deserve the honor to decide on the new location for the settlement.
Ah, so I now have access to one new settlement. So I told you to tutorialize it. I'm actually a little surprised though, because I thought I was wrong. So hang on. So we got like shredded meat. It's got to be spiced shredded meat, obviously. I want some kind of habanero / mango kind of salsa. It doesn't have to be mango, but it has to be some kind of habanero, sweet salsa. Has to have lettuce. Has to have tomato. Should have onion, crunchy onion. Tortilla, I'm kind of ambivalent on. There's a lot of good tortillas. So just a good tortilla. Like, that's the important part. The fact that it's a good tortilla. Whatever type it is, just make it good. And finally, one slice of American cheese on top.
First of all, you should take a closer look at one of the possible settlement sites. Do you see the connected businesses? They're not active yet, but that will change as soon as a new town is built.
Oh, so...
Do not treat this decision lightly, and do not forget to confirm your choice.
I primarily eat non-American chocolate, Colvin. Because most American chocolate is what we call non-ethical. So that'll activate circle, lumber, and cattle. That'll activate sugar. That'll activate sugar and cattle. That will activate a bunch of stuff. But also cattle. This will activate cattle. Oh, this will activate a bunch. Including lumber. This feels like our best overall shot. It's a ways away, but it'll get us cattle and the circular thing plus the lumber over there. Although I guess that does two? I can't do fish. Even when I could eat fish, I can't do fish tacos. My biological mother loves fish tacos, though. You also have to understand that American chocolate, even amongst the crap chocolate here, there's a huge gradient of quality, which makes sense. I'm pretty sure that's true outside of the United States as well. What are we feeling? Are we feeling like I'm torn between these two spots? We could go northwest or southeast. What are we thinking? They gain access to the same resources, so it's equidistant, basically. Well, Colgrim's the only person who's talked. Therefore.
Excellent. You established a new settlement. For the moment, there's nothing else to do here. In order for the settlement to become a town, your help is required. Firstly, select the new settlement. Here, you may check the required commodities. Only if you deliver all of them will the settlement become a town.
Okay, so we have to deliver properties in order to make this a thing. Interesting. And no, that appears to be like a map border, Dakota. Unless you mean like this stuff. In which case, yeah, there's like some towns over here and there's some resource nodes. And then there's the hellish wasteland death area. So yeah, so we can spawn a thing. So let's get a station going. This will eventually be a town, so let's go and get a real train station there. Let's get it on the network. Actually, we haven't done Canada yet, but we will. Needs to be further down. Needs to be further down. Over here. There we go. Kind of like that. And then this can go over here like that. Oh God, Colgrim. I'm honestly surprised there's not more railroad games. I mean, there were a few for a while there, back in the 90s. Then they stopped. So I need booze. I need booze, barley, seafood, and lumber. Booze, barley, seafood, and lumber. So let's... grab that. They got replaced by car games. Who would want to play a car game? God. Okay, so... let's just set up some new lines. Let's just set up some new lines. It's going to be expensive, but I think we can make this happen. And I want you to do freight only, and I want you to prioritize... well, the only thing you have. Do you not have any fish? Why didn't you take fish? Why didn't you take fish? Ah! Okay, do automatic then. Fine, whatever. Dude, chili's awesome. What are you talking about? Okay, hang on. Something's wrong, so we're gonna try and figure out what the heck's going on here. Oh, I forgot to set up a try thing here. Are they gonna be able to turn around? Oh, okay, they did. Whew. I'm still gonna set up a try thing though, because I really should do that. So I set up like right here to right here. Boom, here. I forget what the try things are called. I don't care. Called try things. Wah, wah. This is almost a better camera than the in camera because we can just see the train this way. And it's faster. There we go. Oh yeah, that's the view right there. Inhale. Inhale deep. I don't remember trains in Age of Empires 3. I only played Age of Empires 3 once, and it wasn't even my copy, it was a friend's copy. So I didn't play it for very long. I remember wanting the hometown to be better. Which I know is like a strange statement, but like that's the distinct memory I have, is being disappointed by the hometown screen. Like it was cool, but not cool enough. I don't know. Something. Do we have... We do not. Let's get some maintenance sheds going. And we're basically out of money. We are out of money. Cool. What's our time limit on these? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Random breakdown. I mean, I think you know how that's going to work out, Kid Viper, because the next Age of Empires game we're playing is going to be 2. Because, you know, we already played 1. And 2 is going to take 700,000 years to get through. Seriously, 2 is too big. And they're still adding to it. It's ridiculous. I'm actually not looking forward to it because of how big it is. I am strongly tempted to just chop that off and say, we can have those as like an optional thing. And do the other expansions later. Okay, so... Hey, now we're getting seafood. Jeez Louise, go! Go, deliver the seafood. Oh, it's literally forcing me to research the tech I already have access to in order to progress. That sucks. But no, I've put real thought into being like, alright, so here's Age of Empires 2, and like doing the launch campaigns, and then chopping that, and saying if you want to fund anything more, that's a separate run. Because there's so much. There's so much. In fact, done. I'm going to make that decision right now. Decision made. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this wasteland. Look at this wasteland. Look at my terrible, terrible train. You can't even see the whole thing properly. It's just a cart. It's a tiny cart. Holland fish. Yep, this is what it's like driving through Kansas. It's just flat. Hello, Evo. I hope you got some chocolate today. Speaking of chocolate, there's so much delicious chocolate. Ooh, nice. Are we there yet? Oh man, I didn't even think about that. All the candy's on sale like this weekend. I probably already missed most of it. Go faster. Okay, so there's the seafood. Okay. No, Doom! What did Doom ever do to you? I mean, that's not even really a joke. Kid Viper, for being honest. That's just how it be. That's true, I need to get all that Easter candy, because they'll actually have some of those eggs that are actually worth a damn. So, yeah, that's going to take a hot minute to deliver all this stuff, and we just don't have the money to do this, so let's, since we've already pulled out the cheat flag, let's speed this up to see how the rest of the scenario works, because I can see the future, and it's going to take us a minute. So, let's find our money value, which should be this. Alright, we have tons of money. Cool. Alright, so now that we have a bajillion... Yeah, I saw where we lost. Well, we lost Robert Development. Sucks. As death always does. Alright, so now, let's set up a new route for each of these. That's the fastest one we got. Yep, okay. And I'm going to need barley. Yep. What else do I need? Beer and lumber. Beer is going to be interesting. So hang on. Let's get the lumber going while I'm thinking about it. Right now, beer. How's our beer production? Not as good as it could because we are low on grain. Okay. Let's set up another grain line. Sure, I'll buy the grain farm. So anyways, let's set up another grain line. Let's feed that grain into here. I want all that grain. I want it. I want it. Sure, I'll buy the I'll buy North America. Let's go ahead and manage this. Get our money line going. You never know. You might need a money line. There. Now I need beer. And I need lots of beer. So I'm going to buy this out. Then I'm going to invest in it. 0.8 now. Which we are not quite making. So let's buy this and invest in it. There we go. Okay, now we're making enough barley. Why are we having breakdowns? Didn't I set up a station here? I did set up a station here. Why are we having breakdowns? We've got stations. Is it just that? It's just that long. Oh my god, it is, isn't it? It's just that long. That's the problem. Each of these lines is so long because we're going across the Australian interior. Which is the Australian interior.
The first commodities have arrived. Let's see if this is going to work.
Alright, hold up. So that means the seafood one is done. Let's just leave it. I don't care. I don't care. Okay, let's just do this. So let's set up new train, new locomotive, even faster. There's no kangaroos. Don't be silly. Okay, so I want you to do freight only. And in Melbourne, I want you to prioritize beer. We're sending beer, seafood, lumber, and barley. And now we wait.
Except for the railroad connection, the settlers out here are completely on their own. In the past, many settlements had to be abandoned.
I wonder. That's what I thought. Wow, we have access to like the entire tech tree, but that's never happening. It's the 1830s Australia. Sure. Just improve this. Where's our frickin' booze? Is that our booze? There's our booze. Oh, yeah. Breathe deep. Okay, we're good, we're good. Octomam! A new record. Why do we keep having these breakdowns? That's kind of weirding me out a bit. Is it just because, like, we're in Australia? Is that just an environmental effect? Like, I have maintenance sheds everywhere. So, like, are they just... Is it just Australia? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I've just got $3.5 billion just lying around. What? Property bubble bursts. Bankers promise improvements. The territories freed up by voluntary resettlement of eastern Indian tribes have caused a fall in property prices. The loan-driven speculative bubble has now burst, plunging our economy into a first major financial crisis, leading bankers and politicians to protest their innocence and give assurances there will never be a similar crisis in the future. We promise we'll never use property as the basis of lending in order to secure larger loans, in order to use that to prop up an artificial economy that isn't actually producing anything, nor indeed servicing anything, in order to make our numbers look slightly bigger than they actually are.
Perhaps the railroad line will make a difference after all. At least it's so much easier to supply the new settlement.
Yes, Blades of All. Now, hey, Crazy Nurse. The North won, as it should be, obviously. Politicians were a mistake. Oh, we need like one more load of beer. Where's our beer? You beer? Do you have beer? You do not have beer. Where's our beer? You have beer? Hello? Beer? Beer! Beer! Beer, beedly beer. Oh, yeah, there's the beer. Look at that. Look at that sweet, sweet nectar, the gouts. We made it.
Not bad. With the new town, the area is gaining importance, and the colonial government agreed to expand the territory. You may try to found some more settlements, but not much exciting stuff happens here anymore. I did warn you.
Gain access to Victoria East and connect 8 cities to the railroad. Okay, hang on. Where's Victoria East? Good night, Evo. Get some good rest. I don't actually know where that is. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. Okay. It's the one right next to us. I assumed it was like way far out, but it's not. Although we do have to connect 8 cities, and I should mention 8 cities do not exist. So what that means is we need to make 8 cities. 5 cities to be more precise. Huh. You're just constantly having breakdowns. What is your issue? So let's glance at our scenario thing here. Let's see. Let's... Yes? Oh my gosh.
Salad.
Oh my gosh. It's
Salad.
tomatoes.
And not just tomatoes.
Lettuce, which I will eat on you.
The lettuce can't eat me.
I take it you have not seen The Night of the Living Lettuce. No! Yes, lettuce's one true weakness is that it is delicious.
What? I like lettuce because not everyone knows there's like juices in it. I like that.
What? There's juice in lettuce?
What? I taste juices.
There's lettuce juice? Is that a thing?
We can't squish it out because lettuce is flat.
But what if we could? Would we get lettuce juice out of it?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Because it's flat.
Okay, so hang on. Oh, Bragwin's got it. It's called water. It's water juice. Which I have some right here.
It's not called water.
It's water juice.
It's not called anything.
It's water juice.
No, we don't know what it's called.
What are you doing? Okay, thank you for delivering. Oh god, I remember the bushroot thing. Okay, so.
Shut the door. I'll lock it.
Thank you. You don't have to log in like a... Okay, so let's see what else we got in Australia here. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, so. Here's the upcoming objectives of Australia, okay? Build a specific city. Connect gold-producing businesses to your rail network. Deliver truckloads of gold to the city you just built. Obtain permission to enter a new territory. Build a new city. Deliver gold to new city. Obtain permission to enter a new territory. Build a new city. Deliver gold to new city. All of that is the next step. That's just the next step, okay? Yes, the second of those 3 cities is Sydney. Then, connect these 2 cities, build 5 cities, transport goods to new cities. Then, make 2 cities with high population, produce tons of clothing, railamite, newspaper, cement, steel, and then raise population to, again. And that's it. Hang on. This is the most difficult scenario amongst the current scenarios. Yeah, I believe that. Not directly Crazy Norse, but the resources the farmlands produce do. And resources will be delivered even if you don't have a train line, they'll just be produced really, really slowly. It's abstracted as being carried by horse to town. So this is apparently something they added as a DLC. I do like this, and I'm going to give this a positive. Apparently this is called a 100 Years scenario. The idea is this is supposed to be played basically like a sandbox map. You're just supposed to sit here and develop Australia. And the last few objectives are in the 1930s, to give that a bit of perspective. We are currently in 1838. Still, I like the idea. I do. Yeah, this is exactly right, Takoiti. If you remember, I noticed earlier, we have access to the entire tech tree. That's why. Because we will inevitably get to the point where we get up here and have the Diesels and Hudsons and all kinds of stuff up here. So yeah, this is like sandbox plus objectives, which actually sounds awesome to me. So let me jot down some positives for this. I also kind of like the settlement mechanic. By the way, you just straight up buy access to new territories. It just costs money. But I like the idea of like, okay, you decide where the towns go, right? In fact, yeah, we can actually still build on the same spots we already had access to, so we're not limited to one per territory. So we could turn all of these into towns if we really felt like it. It adds an extra step to the whole thing, but that adds some interesting depth to it, too. I like that. I do. I'm with it. You know what I'm also with is taking a late lunch break. I'm going to go do that. With Let's It.